Well, good afternoon. It's episode 74 of Wednesday Afternoon Live with me, SaleenDriver, wearing my Fire Grantham t-shirt, which I will wear all the time for anything. Well, I'll wear them every week for this. And I'll wear them every Florida game going forward. This will be the uniform of choice. Yes, indeed. Oh, good afternoon, Pizza Woman. Good afternoon, everybody. Doesn't mean anything really because you're the only one here. Well, besides me. Let's see. So this is episode 74 of the internet live stream show that is all about nothing in particular. Notice the screen name is SaleenDriver. I don't have to put hashtag Fire Grantham anymore because I have the shirt. Big shout out to my friend Billy Bob. Yes, that is his screen name. I know his actual name. I'm not going to say it here. Billy Bob's wife makes custom logo. Well, she specializes in coffee mugs, things like that. But he said that she would do me a couple shirts like this. So I said, no problem. I did a video on this, released it earlier this week. In the description is a link to her Etsy store and her email and her Instagram. So if you like custom shirts and mugs and things like that, you go take a look at her Etsy page, see if there's anything you like, and then pick something up. Doesn't have to be this. Can be anything. Well, let's see who's popped in here. Battle Angels here. Good to see you, my dear. Thank you, as always, for your support. P Digits is here. That is good to see. Good to see you, sir. Let's see. Jesse's here. Good to see you. Good to see you. Always calls me Pops. TNS Show, how you doing? Good to see you. And Tennille is here. First day of fall. Yes, it is actually on the calendar. It does say autumn begins. That must be for the rest of you people because down here in Florida, aka Paradise, we only have 2 seasons, really. We have summer, and summer will be back next month. It's still summer here. It's still upper 80s, 2,000% humidity. Still in the throes of hurricane season. And we'll be in the nice warm temperatures for probably till Thanksgiving. I don't mind. Because unlike the rest of you, I don't have to shovel snow. Let's see. Traveling Fools is here. Yo, yo, yo. Wilkie's here, or Waikiki, as Lou likes to call him. Razorback fan number 1 is here. Good to see you. Let's see. Now, I am expecting at some point during this stream, my daughter will probably knock on the door. I still have her car. And allegedly she's going to come and pick it up today and give me back my car. Not the Saleen, so stop it. She didn't get that car. I was getting her car repaired. I did some work on it myself. Nothing overly major, trust me. I still got a few other things to do to the car, but not until the parts come in. But she's going to take her car back today, allegedly. So if she comes over to do that, I may, by then we'll have people in the StreamYard. I'll just close my camera and microphone and y'all keep going and I'll deal with my kid. And then at some point I'll come back and resume. But I won't stop the stream unless I have to. I don't really foresee that I would have to, but you never know. But her car is mostly fixed. It looks good. It's cleaned up. A few more things to do. Get it done. You know, that's what dads do, right, Jesse? Right? Dads do things for their kids, especially the daughters who are helpless when it comes to automobiles. Yes, Hyundai Madness, P Digits. Yeah, she drives an Elantra, the little one. Well, not the littlest one. That's the accent, but the littler one. I drive a Sonata. I like my Sonata. It's a nice daily driver. It's got good performance. It's comfortable. It chews up highway miles real nice, and it it saves wear and tear on the fun car. So when the fun car is needed, it just fires right up. Chess Hall's here. Good to see you. Let's see. Battle Angel said, and mom. So mom takes care of cars, Battle Angel. Unique. Not unheard of course, but unique. Somewhat unique. Let's see. What do we want to talk about today? Tennille says she laughs every time I hear the word allegedly. Yeah, I understand. Let's see. What can we talk about this week? Well, let's see. Does everyone like my shirt? See? Like my shirt? You know, it's funny. I made the video about, revealing the shirt. I released it, was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. Tuesday. Maybe a month. I don't know. Believe it or not, on YouTube, I got no trolls. No trolls, no hate, no insults, no nothing. I didn't get a lot of comments. I was kind of surprised about that, but I didn't get any trolling stuff on YouTube. Now on Facebook, where I posted a link, my private messenger blew up with all kinds of crap, all from the Glitter Gators. I'm on Gator Nation. That's the main Gator group I attend on Facebook, Gator Nation. And whenever I post something on there, which is mostly, about this idiot, it breaks down about 55% agree with me, 45% disagree with me. But that 45%, they are loud, they are nasty, and they are butthurt so bad you would think they spent a week in prison. Sorry, that was a cheap attempt at humor. Just absolute anger. At any time, they are the definition of glitter gators. Every time somebody comes on there, and I'm not the only one who goes on there and talks about the Gators and the problems that we have. Every time I get the same group of people just, you're not a real fan. You don't know anything about football. You never coach, which is true. I did, yeah. You don't know. You've never been to a game. You didn't go to the university. You go cheer for FSU. Go be a Georgia fan. Go be a Tennessee fan. You're not a real fan. You're a fake fan. Blah blah blah. And those guys, when I put the video up showing off this shirt, they lit up like a fucking a swarm of fireflies. It was amazing that they couldn't control themselves. I mean, it was almost funny if it wasn't so sad. It's funny. Let's see. Battle Angel says something about single moms that have deadbeat exes. Okay, I don't know where that came from. Probably came from me, actually. Well, you'd be happy to know, Battle Angel, I was not a deadbeat ex. Even when I was between jobs, I still made my support payments, whether it was partial payment or full payment. And when I had arrears, I made good on them, and there was no deadbeat isms. Are you kidding? If I turned into a deadbeat father, my mom would have killed me. And like all good Jewish sons, we are afraid of our mothers. I don't care how big and bad you think your father is. If you have a Jewish mother, you're afraid. Trust me. Let's see. Yeah, Jesse, I'm not worried about the Georgia game because we're not winning the Georgia game. It's so nice to know ahead of time the games that you're going to lose. You already know these things, so you don't sweat them. Now, I'm actually a little worried about the Tennessee game because, this idiot. I'm always worried about every football game because of this idiot. But against Alabama, against Georgia, and against them, maybe LSU, maybe we can sneak up on them. I don't know. But, I'm not worried about the Georgia game because I know the outcome before the game even starts. So, no, I'm not worried. I'm not worried, Jesse. Don't worry about me. Mike Vick is here. Good to see you. Always. Let's see. Tennille says, I and Fish and Football are the only cool Gators. Thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. I'm sure it was meant that way. Jeff Webster's here, J-Dub. It said, loving all the haters who are just delirious and hopes Ole Miss can pull the upset. No. I don't know. I don't think Ole Miss is going to beat Alabama, so I'm not one of those people. Might give them a good game, though. I mean, hell, we gave you a good game with half a team, and one of the shittiest passing attacks in the country. Let me pull some stats up here real quick. I'll show you just how bad it is down in Gainesville, and I don't care if anyone doesn't care. It's my stream. Let's see. Here we go. Let's see. Offense per game. Florida is actually ranked 12th in the nation, believe it or not. But our passing attack is ranked 138th in the nation. We're ranked third in rushing, or one place at second. So I don't know. Let's see. Defense. Tennessee's defense is ranked higher than our defense, believe it or not. They're ranked 53rd in the country in total yards defense. We're ranked 101st. Yeah. 166th in passing yardage, 52nd in run defense. Tied for 157th in points allowed. 21.7 is the average. And third down percentage, we're ranked 162nd. I found all that on The Score, which is an app on my iPhone. Pretty reliable. So, not a good defense, guys. Just not a good defense. And yet people are telling me, oh, get off the Fire Grantham thing. Look what you did to Alabama. Blah, blah, blah. No, no, no. Fuck that. No. It's one game. It wasn't even a whole game. It was a half a game. We spotted Alabama 21-3 lead before our team finally woke up or did some damn thing and started playing somewhat competitively. That's a half of one game. But let's be generous and say the Gator defense did it for one game. Okay. Let's see. Ever heard the old expression, even a broken clock is right twice a day? Well, you know, or even better, even a blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while. Okay, well, Florida had a decent half of a game. Great. That's one half of one game. But like I said, I'll be generous. It's one game. Well, let's see if they can put another game together. You know, that's two in a row, maybe. Maybe. Then the game after that, let's see if they can do three in a row. Then that becomes a mini trend. 4 or 5 games in a row playing decent defense, that's a trend. Then maybe you can start to believe. But right now, I got one game where they looked decent and 2 games before that where they looked like shit, and a whole season before that where they looked like shit. So one game doesn't do it for me. One game doesn't make me say, okay, I'm going to drop this and I'm going to believe in third and fat ass. Pardon me. So sorry, guys. I'm not a believer. Let's see. Battle Angel said props to you. I guess that was about the support thing. Okay. Good point, Neil. I did ask what to talk about. Well, I'm already talking about something. Battle Angel, I'm sorry that your ex is 3 months behind in support. That sucks. I remember one time where my employer was supposed to make the payment for me by income by check deduction. They screwed up 1 week. Florida Department of Revenue was on my ass like white on rice, threatening to take my license away and all kinds of stuff. And it turned out to be an employer error, not my error. They didn't give me any slack. I don't know if that's just me or if that's the way the state of Florida plays it. I don't know. Let's see. Traveling Fool says, as a Miami fan, he's not worried about any games for the rest of the season. Hey, Traveling Fools, did you see the video that Lou put up a little bit ago? That was, I don't know where that video came from. I mean, he must have been lacking a subject matter or something. I just don't know where that came from, but damn, that was rough. Let's see. Let's see. Jesse's offering Battle Angel to be her personal collection dude. That's good. I wouldn't want Jesse showing up on my doorstep saying you owe one of my friends money, because Jesse, you know, with a couple of ham sandwiches and a cooler full of beer, by the time he gets to my house, he's out there now. Let's see. Rick asshole is here. That's good. Caleb's here. Good to see Caleb. Let's see. Texas T-Sip says shalom buttholes. Okay. Let's see. So I guess we're going off on child support, right? Yeah. Plenty of deadbeat dads out there, unfortunately. There's also plenty of moms out there using their children as weapons against their dads. divorce is a nasty, nasty business. Not just the divorce itself, which is bad enough when you have to play You Bet Your House, but the post-divorce where you got fathers who don't think they have to be responsible for their kids because the kids aren't around. You got moms who use their kids as weapons. You've got both parents using the state as a bludgeon against the other. You tie up the court systems with this crap. It's just it's incredibly nasty. And the more I see some of that shit now, my ex-wife and I didn't get along post-divorce. As a matter of fact, we didn't speak. We still don't speak. I mean, I've never been to her house. I've been to her house. I've never been inside. She's never been in my house. We don't speak. We do pretty much everything by email or text. Even to this day, and my kids are well past support and are emancipated and all that, and still don't speak. And I consider, after all the shit I've seen with some of my friends, videos I've seen online, testimonials, all kinds of things, I consider myself lucky in terms of the post-divorce. I mean, it could have been a hell of a lot worse for me. It could have been a hell of a lot worse for her. I just didn't want anything to do with her. I just wanted her to leave me alone, and I just wanted to leave her alone. So maybe that wasn't the greatest attitude in the world. Maybe it wasn't so great that we didn't speak to each other very much, if at all. But that's the way we chose to play it. And it wasn't as bad as a lot of stuff I've seen out there. So I consider myself to be very lucky. Let's see. I thought I saw Steve Pearson. Yes, I did see Steve Pearson in there. Good to see you, sir. Yeah, Rick, I know you won't ever leave me alone, and that's okay because A, we weren't married, and B, you're not my type. So while I'm glad you're never going to leave me alone, I'm not really worried about it too much. Let's see. I want to take care of a few bits of hang on. It's not cooperating. No, this machine isn't going to cooperate with me. Hang on a minute. Copy link. Anyway, while I'm trying to get this set up, let's see. I'm going to put the. Nope, that didn't work. So the hell with it. Oh, that was my fault for opening this entire thing up in Safari instead of Firefox because. Anyway. Don't forget in the description, unfortunately, I can't copy and paste it on my machine because my machine is not cooperating with me. There is a link to my PayPal account in case anybody wants to contribute to the channel. As I always say, never expected, never required, always appreciated. The super chat function is available down at the bottom of the chat window. Again, never expected, never required, always appreciated. And don't forget to click the thumbs up button. That does help the channel as well. So always ask to help me out by at least doing that. And I am going to drop the StreamYard link because I'm sure you're tired of listening to me ramble on without having some other folks in here to play with. Let's see. Well, I'm not supposed to call you, Rick. I don't know your phone number, and I don't want to know your phone number, so thank you. Let's see. Texas T-Sip says, I'm a father of 3 kids. 2 are from my wife's previous marriage. Their father never calls or comes to see them. He pays child support because he's forced to. They call you dad. Well, that's great. TTS, TTC. We ought to call him TTC. Why not? Yes, Caleb. Donate and continue supporting the hashtag Fire Grantham movement. The movement that I hope someday will be successful when we finally get rid of that worthless piece of shit and get him out of Gainesville. Maybe we could send him to Tennessee next. I don't know what's he's been to Georgia, he's been to Florida. I forgot where else he's been besides those 2 schools, but I know he's been fired from a whole bunch of different schools. So the fact that he keeps getting fired from the DC position should have told us something. I don't know why we hired him in the first damn place. Should have hired Charlie Strong. Unfortunately, he's now in the No Fun League playing coordinator with Urban Meyer, but what can we do, right? No, I don't want Herman. I don't want Herman Edwards. Herman Edwards, the living skeleton who looks like he's old and ready to retire anyway. I don't want him. No, I don't want him at all. Nobody wants to come into the StreamYard. Okay, well, I'll just keep talking, I guess. Tom Herman? No, don't want him either. I don't know who I want to replace. Well, I know I'd like Charlie Strong to replace Todd Grantham, but I don't know who else. My attitude right now is anybody is better than Todd Grantham. What's up, BA?
What's up? I can't leave you hanging all by yourself, so.
Well, thank you, my dear. Thank you.
Although I do enjoy listening to you talk, so.
Really? Oh, okay, thank you. I'm sorry you're having problems with the X.
Yeah.
I mean, it's shit. I mean, it's what
it really. I mean, the situation is really, really just effed up. I mean, and like I said, it's not about me. It's about the kids. You know what I'm saying? So.
Now, how old are the kids again? I forgot.
So I have 3 of them. My oldest one will be 21 next month. My 2 younger ones are 14 and 11.
Okay, so the 21-year-old's already emancipated anyway, but the other 2, yeah, they'll be on support for a while. What's up, Jesse?
Raj, you beautiful motherfuckers, what's up?
I'm sorry, what was that? What'd you say, Saleen?
I said the 21-year-old's emancipated already. He's not a factor in this, but
right? No, he's not a factor. So
the other 2 will be. Yeah, the other 2 will be around for a while.
Right. I mean, and it's like I said, the thing that just upsets me the most about it is that number 1, he doesn't put forth the effort, and number 2, he hasn't seen them in a year and a half. So hasn't reached out to them, hasn't. Yeah. So and that's the thing. It's like it's not even about the money. You know what I'm saying? Just do what's right. I mean, I shouldn't even have to ask for money, honestly. If he were a good parent or a good father or a good human being, I wouldn't have to force him to pay child support. He should just do it automatically,
Yeah, it's true. That's true. Now, I read all those statistics. I mean, even as I was working the divorce and all that, and before the divorce, I read all the statistics and all the stories about, especially since I have 2 daughters, that daughters are more susceptible than sons to get screwed up because of a divorce.
Those statistics are true. My daughter, who is the youngest, so she's the baby. Yeah, I mean, she's in therapy right now.
Well, yeah, one of my both of mine were offered therapy. One of them took it up, but and that was actually the younger one. When we divorced, she was only like 3.5, so she didn't have much of a memory of my wife and I being together. Is the older one actually did not go to therapy,
Right.
didn't seem to want it or need it, and she has plenty of memories of my wife and I being together.
Right.
So,
Right. I mean, I think the only thing that, that's the most upsetting too is like, I get these questions asked about, well, why doesn't he want to see us? Or, why doesn't he want to talk to us? And I can't answer those questions. You know what I'm saying? I can't answer those questions. And I don't talk shit about him. I mean, I don't talk shit about him to my kids.
I just don't say why somebody don't know what happens, because me, I don't think you know my story. Hey, baby, my stepdad raised me, and he's my dad, and I just don't understand why somebody wouldn't have nothing to do with their kids.
Right, right. And I think the thing that makes it even more like a thorn in my side is he has another child from a previous relationship like a year before him and I got together. He's actually a year older than our oldest, so he will actually be 22 coming up next month as well. And he paid child support for him for 18 years of his life.
I just read all those statistics and everything about if the father isn't around for the kids, especially the young girls, that they grow up with the problems, the typical
daddy
problems,
issues.
the
Daddy
drinking,
issues, yeah,
the drugs,
absolutely.
the daddy issues, early pregnancies, that kind of thing. I managed to stay in their lives as much as I could and as often as I could and talk to them as much as I could. And both of them, well, I'm pretty sure both of them didn't drink or do drugs. And I know damn sure neither one of them got pregnant.
Well, say my mama
as a good father or significant other, and you're absolutely right. There are some women out there too that are just like my ex. I'm not going to put it all on the male species, but there are some women that are just like my ex are too. But I mean, I think the thing, is you're just mind fucking the kids. You know what I'm saying? And that's the part that just makes me upset the most.
I just don't understand. I mean, the post-divorce years were worse than the divorce itself. I mean, the divorce itself, in my case, lasted 6 months, and it was done. And then you start the post-divorce, and like I said earlier, mine was relatively easy compared to some of the horror stories I've heard. But
yeah,
right.
It wasn't fun. What's up, Rhino? Good to see you.
Hey, Rhino.
What's up, Rhino?
But
yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. Like, I tried to make it as easy as possible and to go as quickly as possible. But initially, like I said, I mean, when we first separated, my intention was not to get a divorce. I mean, like, there were full intentions of, us kind of just doing a trial separation. Maybe he'd get his shit together, and, we'd come back and evaluate everything. But it's like he completely just fell off, like, I mean, I don't know if it drug him down into a deeper hole, which probably did end up happening. But it's like, yeah, I mean, like, I was the only one basically communicating. So, and at that point, I guess like 2 months after we separated, that's when I finally was like, yeah, I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm not going to torture myself, number one, and I'm not going to put the kids through it, number two. So.
But don't you understand? Hold on, wait. Hold on. I'm a woman and I've been through it. Hold on. But the first part of a separation is the worst part, right? And you got to get through this. Like, it's like gravel. You know what I'm saying? It's like the worst part. You throw everybody under the bus. Like I said, I mean, I think it was weeks ago to you, Battle, that like you're the perfect woman until you don't want to be with them. And then you're a piece of shit. Then all of a sudden you are the worst person on the planet.
Oh no, I've always been a piece of shit to him. As long as we were together, as long as we were married. you know. So I mean, you know, he was constantly always putting me down, you know, telling me I was worthless, telling me, you know, like I was a piece of shit mom, you know. So yeah, so I mean, it was an ongoing thing, but you know, of course, being the
But
person
he's
that
a
I
heroin
am,
addict, right? Isn't he a heroin addict?
he was. Well, he was, and that's the
I mean,
whole initial reason for the separation was, yes, because he started using heroin. So
Wow, I
and
didn't
God
so
know
damn.
that.
I mean,
I did not
right?
know
So
that.
right. So I mean, if
yes.
he's not paying you and he's not seeing the kids, like, don't you think that has something to do with it? Don't you think like addiction is a big part of this?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I 100%. Yeah,
Right.
I mean, 100% agree with that. And I mean, no matter what anybody says, too. Like, I mean, you know, his parents, or you know, like even my, you know, even like my oldest child, because my oldest child kind of has a relationship with him. You know, it's like he
All
hasn't
right,
proven
Ron.
anything
See you
to
later,
me.
bud.
You know, so, and I mean, the one thing
Right.
that he was asked to do, you know, even to be able to see the kids, was to take a drug test, and he refused to. So
Right. Right.
And
Well,
that's pretty bad
then,
right there, ain't it?
well, then if
I
you
mean, yeah,
really want him to
that's a
see the
telling
kids,
tell right there. You know, when like I mean, like you refuse, you know, you refuse to take a drug test. You
how do
know,
the kids feel? How do the kids feel? How do they feel?
I mean, at first it was rough on them. You know, I think last year was a really rough year for them. You know, I mean, it was a rough year all around. You know, with just everything, the pandemic, and then us having to move from where we were. You know, them having to switch schools and everything. Yeah, they had it pretty rough. I mean, like I said before, I'm not sure if you heard me earlier, but my daughter's in therapy right now. So
Right.
Do they like
Well, we should
Lou?
all be in therapy. We should all be in therapy, first of all.
yes, they do.
Everybody
They
should
do
be in
like Lou. Yes,
therapy. Good. That's
they
good.
do like
Because
Lou.
Lou could put
That's
somebody
good.
in therapy sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
no, they do like. I mean,
I was getting ready to say, I'm surprised you ain't in therapy being with fucking Lou.
I mean,
Shit.
sometimes,
Hey, you know what?
sometimes
I believe in therapy. I've been in therapy for years and I believe in it. I love therapy. I look
yeah.
forward to therapy. I
Look,
love it. I
my
love it.
therapy is free. Well, I guess not necessarily free. Like if yeah,
I love it.
I tend to
Right?
like
I'm not
go
making
get a
fun of
bottle of
the
wine.
yeah, I'm not saying I'm not making fun of the situation there, but my therapy is a 16-ounce cold beer and a cigarette.
Right, mine
I
too,
bet.
So
I
see,
yeah.
I can't drink, so my therapy is my therapy is a combination of my car and YouTube.
right, exactly.
you
See,
know
I
what?
mean, everybody
You know what?
has their ways of coping with things.
Football season
I mean,
has
I'm not
saved
gonna
me.
lie. The first couple of months
Football season saves me.
were very
I
bad.
don't doubt that, Tennille.
Football saves
But
me.
I look at Lou,
That's
and
facts right
sometimes I
there.
look at Lou and I say to myself, Zygus Meshuggah. You know, I mean,
What does
he's
that
cool.
mean?
They're a
Yeah,
little
he's like,
nuts.
what? Is that some gator
Zygus
English?
Meshuggah
What
is
what is
you're
that?
a little nuts in loosely translated. You're a bit nuts in Yiddish.
We all are, right?
You're a fucking nut bag.
Right. I
Right?
mean,
Oh,
Right?
I went to therapy for a few years. I mean, I had a
Why not?
meltdown in the mid 2000s. I lost my shit completely, and I did about 3 years worth
Funny
of
as shit.
therapy, and he straightened me out pretty good.
yeah.
I still have some anger issues,
Right.
but
Right.
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 So
mostly
yeah,
against women.
I think mine are mostly, like deep. Like I'm not gonna say that I have a hatred for him, but yeah, like I mean, I do resent him, and I do, like I mean, I do wish the situation were different, but it's like the same
Yeah.
thing I tell everybody.
Everybody does.
I can't force somebody
Right.
to do something right. You know what I'm saying? So, but yes, I do have a
Well,
lot of resentment, definitely.
but the only thing you can do is control you and your environment. The only thing you
Exactly.
can
And
do is that's all you can do. That's all you can
hence
do is
the reason
control
why
you and
I
your
move
environment.
forward with everything. Like
Right.
I couldn't live in that place, because I'd already been doing it
Right.
for 20 years, so 21 years. So I
Right.
couldn't be stuck
I
in that
got you.
place anymore. So
I hear you. I hear you.
Why is Rick
I hear
talking
you.
about
You
Pornhub?
need me anytime.
Stop
you
it.
can call me. Like you can call
Oh,
me.
thank you.
Like
I
I got you.
appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Like I've had 2 ex-husbands. I was married for 10 years and had 3 daughters, and they're all grown. And then I was engaged for 6 years with him for 8 years and have a 5-year-old. And
Yeah, I remember you
so like
mentioning
I do
that.
get it. Yeah, no, I get
Hey,
it. Like I mean, I'm a long-termer, you know. Like I'm not a
time out
short-termer.
for just a second. Hey, Rick and
No
Texas.
relationship talk, entire relationship.
Rick and Texas, don't talk about porn sites on here, please. You'll get me shut down.
Who?
Stop it.
Who? What? Who?
Well, they're
Who's talking
simping
about
on there,
what?
talking about porn sites. You got to stop that.
Who's talking about what? I can't see the chats. I can't
Rick
see what
asshole and
Texas.
Texas T-Sip are talking about Pornhub and another porn site. So you got to stop that. So stop it. No,
Okay.
Vic, don't
The
time him
YouTube
out.
gods don't like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
YouTube gods frown upon porn sites on streams. Well, Mike, if he does it again, time him out.
And BA and the only ladies on here are actually ladies. So you need to
No, don't
fucking
forget
respect
Pizza
us.
Woman.
Yeah, and Pizza Woman. I can't see the chats. I don't know who's here. I
Oh,
can only
what's
see
up, buddy?
like I can only see like Raj, Battle, Saleen, and me. I can't see the chat.
Oh, well, Pizza
Well,
Woman.
we can move past this conversation.
Yeah, we can move past it.
We can move past this conversation. So
I got your back, Battle. I got your back.
thank you. I appreciate it. I mean, I have a great support system, so yeah. So
Yeah,
and
good.
then
Good. That's good.
Just play nice out.
Hey, Battle. Hey, wait. Before we move on, can I just mention one thing, Battle? Last night was off the hook. Last night was off the hook. Last night was off the hook.
Yeah,
Like,
that.
oh my God. Listen, I was in bed. I was literally in bed, and all of a sudden I'm dancing, and then all of a sudden there's a knock on the door. Like from like a stranger, not a stranger. He's an old friend. I've known him for years. And like it's business. It's cannabis. It doesn't matter. And so I plead the fifth. And so he's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And so I'm dancing my ass off, right? And so he's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "This." And he's like, "This is awesome." And so he starts looking at, of course, the videos that Lou is playing, and I'm dancing to the music, and I'm like looking at the videos. Now, I'm serious. Tiger is officially Little Tigger. Little Tigger is his name. Little Tigger, formerly known as Tiger Baskins. That's
right.
What are we talking about here? Did I miss something?
Yes.
Nothing. There was the last caller on Lou's call-in show last night was
hilarious.
Yeah,
he called last week. He called last week. It's this guy. He's a Florida troll. He's a Florida troll, but he is ridiculous. He's a Florida troll that's ridiculous, and he wants to bet Lou. And then Lou started playing music, but I thought he was just gonna play one song. So it was just like, okay. But then he kept going, waiting for the money to hit, right? Because he's like, okay, I'm waiting for this $100 to hit. So he just kept playing music.
Gator Tooth.
No, I don't think it was
Gator Tooth. I haven't got a chance to watch it yet, so yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't think it was Gator Tooth.
Well, there are 3 Florida Gator fans that are crazy. There's Gator Tooth, there's Lance from Jasper, and there's George.
No, George. George isn't smart in the hell.
He was referring to him as Leroy, I think.
Yeah, Leroy.
I'm trying to remember if he actually said that was his name when he called in, but I can't remember. So
that's a new one. I haven't heard Leroy.
I mean, the funniest part about it, though, Raj and Celine, if you go back and
yes, he did. He did say his name was Leroy.
The funniest part about it is if you go back and watch it, is just read the comments. The comments are gold. So that
off the chain.
Yeah, that's the part that makes it the funniest. Just all the comments that people were saying. So
well, traveling fools, man, you're gutsy to put your email on a YouTube chat. That's gutsy.
Listen,
dangerous.
I wouldn't recommend
you have no
it.
idea. You have no idea. Like, I mean, oh God, it was so funny. I couldn't stop laughing. My cheeks were hurting. Like, I
Hey
couldn't
Hogue,
stop
how's it
laughing.
going?
My
Oh,
cheeks
God.
were hurting. See, I
Hello.
can't see the chat. Hey, ho.
Volsteak is asking, sorry for being nosy, but what
Okay, wait, I
happened
can only
to
see one or the
to
other.
Lou's she shed? He burned it down, didn't you hear?
Burnt that
What?
motherfucker put down to the ground.
He burned it down because he was tired of everybody calling it a she shed.
Yeah. Burned it all the way to the ground. That was so funny. And then it went till almost 1 a.m. Like, I mean, it
Yeah.
literally went to 1. Like, I couldn't believe it. He just kept playing music. And I was just like, and Matt was trying to talk. And I was going like, look, you got to shut the fuck up. I was like, I'm literally trying to pay attention. And he's just trying to tell me his story because I haven't seen him since March. And so he's trying to talk. I'm trying to dance and like pay attention. And I'm going like, look, I didn't expect you, and I'm trying to fucking pay attention. And he's just like trying to pay attention to the fucking naked girls in the bikinis. And I'm like going, what is happening? Like, how am I here right now? It was hilarious. It was funny.
Lou had girls in bikinis on his stream.
Yes, he was like the twerking.
He
it
was playing
all
those
of it.
videos, you know, those like wet
Yeah.
t-shirt concert videos and those
It
twerking
was
contest
hilarious.
videos.
I know nothing
It was-
of this type
it
of
was
stuff,
hilarious.
Battle Angel. I live
Well, go
a
back and
pious
watch it.
existence.
It was
Go back and
live a
watch it
pious
and you will see.
It was hilarious.
I live
was
an
hilarious.
existence of piety and cleanliness and goodness, and I don't.
You better
partake
back
of
away
that.
right now, Saleen, because lightning is about to strike, okay?
Yeah. That's funny.
Leave me
That's
alone.
funny.
I don't have to explain myself to you.
I don't have to explain myself.
Yeah, that's the
That's
second one
funny.
he's done. I mean, if it look, like I said, I didn't get to watch it, but if I can ever fucking figure out how to transition the videos from on my OBS and to do that, I'll try to do the same damn thing. But I can't figure out how to fucking do that shit like Lou does.
I'm sure he'd explain it to you or something.
Yeah,
Or
I'll
get
have
him on the phone and have him walk you through it.
I love you
I'm not
guys.
fancy like that. I just have my
Yes.
computer. I got
Well,
my
I mean,
mic. I got my
I'm pretty
Okay,
camera.
familiar
I
with
saw pressed
OBS. I mean, I can
chat.
use it pretty good
I
now.
see
I mean, I know how to
Hogue,
do things. I just
Rick
got to figure out how to do
Castle,
them.
Sanchez. Pizza.
I just don't want to. I just
Yes.
don't want to get
Say
into all the over. Munchkin.
Yeah, hey y'all. She like hey say the tooth fairy came.
The tooth fairy came.
Oh my
The tooth fairy
goodness.
came.
Hey,
Yeah.
what is the little? What's the little one's name?
Say
Oops.
Soleil.
And Tennille just died off.
Uh-oh.
Well, she gone. Well, she might come back. She probably hit a bad patch of the cell.
Probably. Well, you know,
So-
she's in the mountain. She's in the mountain area too, though. So
Yeah, that's true. You can tell the video is very choppy. So, well, we'll see if she comes back. I was gonna. So Lou, yeah, Lou seems to know OBS in and out. So, I bet he could step you through it there, Jess.
Yeah, I'll have to call him one day when he ain't busy.
yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely sure he could probably walk you through it or whatever
Well,
too.
he's
so.
the one who fucking walked me through it the first time when I asked him. I said, "Hey man, I downloaded OBS. What do I do?"
All right, there she is.
I pressed the wrong button.
Hey, what's the little one's name?
Soleil.
So like.
Soleil?
She's
Oh,
my
that's
friend.
so beautiful.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
a cutie. Hey, Soleil, can you do me a
Yeah,
favor?
She was
You do me a favor, Soleil.
She was due on the summer solstice, and she was due 2 days late. And
Oh.
here she is. And this summer, like, look, this ring I wear on my thumb. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, we can
It's
see
actually a sun. Well, it's a sundial, and it says Soluset Omnibus, which means the sun shines on all of us in Latin. And if you hold it on a flat surface, there's numbers on the inside that will actually tell you the time. Okay, let's do it. Okay, the sun shines on all of us, and it will tell you the time anywhere you are. And which one do you want?
Is this a daughter or a granddaughter?
My daughter. She's my 5-year-old daughter.
Oh, see, I don't know what the situation is.
Yeah, no,
She's a
she's
cutie.
my latent lifer. Had her when
She did explain it earlier though, Saleen,
Oh, well.
to the guy that she was.
I have a short attention span.
Yeah, last Friday
Okay.
when she came on, she explained everything when she's on the happy hour.
It's okay.
Yeah, and
It's
she
okay.
just explained it on here too. Yeah, the guy that she was with engaged to for 8 years.
It's okay.
That's
It's
their
I remember that
that's
one.
their daughter together. So
This is my sundial. I never take this off. This is a sundial. If you take it off, it's Soluset Omnibus means the sun shines on all of us, correct?
Yeah, we
And
got that. Yep.
I know, but she was due on the sun, she was due, and she was
Yeah.
2 days late, and I named her Soleil, and for French, it's Soleil, like, I didn't put the L on it for French, like, Cirque du Soleil, I didn't put the L on it, I do it Solei, I left the L off, and I did it Solei, because anyway, it's Soleil.
Yeah, I got it. Cool.
So Raj,
She's
I want to
inside.
hear about this little trip you made to your brother-in-law. So I bet the look on his face was priceless.
Yeah, he didn't have a good day. Let's just say that. Him and that car had a pretty bad day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he can go out and buy a GT 500 Mustang, but he can't pay my sister child support.
Thank you.
I don't know. Priorities. I'm telling you, priorities.
You got to take care of your kids. You brought them into this world, and you got to
But the
respect
motherfucker
do.
disappeared on us. He just
I
fucking
totally
left.
take care
It
of my
took me and
kids.
my brother
I
about 4 months to
take care of
find
my
him.
kids. 100%. I 100% take care of my kids. I always have.
Yeah, I mean that was the issue that I was having, trying to get him served papers. It's like he totally was dodging, like he would go in hiding, like we couldn't find him anywhere,
That's the best thing I've ever done.
And then I think the thing that made it even worse was like his parents were also like helping to help him dodge being served papers. So hence the process took a lot longer than it should have because of his actions, basically. So
You don't
my
want more
sister told
paperwork.
me and my brother.
You don't
My
want
sister
more
said, "I'm
people
gonna serve
involved than
papers."
you
I
need to
said,
be.
"You don't need to serve a goddamn
don't-
thing." I said, "I'll serve him a good
Yeah,
ass whooping," and I said, "I promise you, I'll take every fucking dime we got."
exactly. You want street people. I'd rather have street people involved than fucking court people involved. I don't want paperwork involved at all. Like, that's my cardinal rule. Like, I've never had any paperwork involved with any of my parents. I've only had 2. I was married and with William. Like, I've never had any paperwork ever. Like, I mean, I've always had good situations. And like, I don't know if it's like, I don't think I'm lucky. I think it's just because, like, I don't know because, like, I know William's an alcoholic, and I know I've had my problems with alcohol, and I know, like, I mean, I can be honest about shit, but I don't know. I would never fucking go to the law. I would never fucking go to get more paperwork.
Well, see, it was
Like,
fine.
why the fuck
Like, we
you
were
wanna
really
bring
not.
people in?
We didn't want to do nothing about it.
Why do you want to bring people in why would you want to bring middle people in for paperwork?
Well, see,
Like, handle shit.
we wasn't going to say
Like,
nothing to
I
him.
believe in fucking handling shit.
Well, see,
I
my
mean,
mom.
it's not confusing.
My mom was real tore up, and she called me one day. She says, "Hey, can you and Mitchell, y'all got a weekend of free?" And I was like, "Why?" She goes, "Cal ain't paid your sister child support in about 4 or 5 months. And he's disappeared." I said, "What?" And they tried finding him. I guess he moved. So I went to where he used to work, and I asked his boss. I said, "You don't know happen to where he lives or whatever?" And he said, "Well, what's the problem?" I said, "Well, his son's sick, and I just made a story up. I said, well, his son's sick, and we haven't heard nothing from him. I just want to let him know. Oh man, okay, hang on. I'll give you where he moved to and all that stuff. And I was like, yep, sucker. And
Nice.
so I told my brother, see, my little brother's D4 size, you know. And I told my brother, I said, you want to go find this guy? And he said, yeah, let's go. And so anyways, I found out where he moved to, and then I found out where he was working at. He was with the same company. He just transferred to another division, another office. And next thing I know, me and my brother go down there one weekend, and we case him out or whatever. We see what he's doing for the day. And next thing I know, I see him getting a brand new GT 500 Mustang. And I told my brother, I said, you know what? I said, that car is going to be burnt to the ground the next day.
No. Leave the car out. The car is innocent.
Nope. Yes.
Leave the car out of it.
If you can't afford child support, you go out and buy a $200,000 GT 500 Mustang.
Well, it ain't 200,000, but I know what you mean.
You know what I'm
saying? Hurt the car.
But no,
steal it and bring it to me.
The next day, they say the next day he about shit in his fucking pants. And put it this way, after I got his debit card and his credit cards, and I got the PIN numbers for all of them, that motherfucker didn't have a goddamn dime left to his name.
Trust me, if my brother were still alive, he'd probably do the same thing. So
no, my brother.
My brother-in-law said something about that.
My brother put a damn rag in that motherfucking gas tank and said, I got news for you. You got about 30 seconds to hand over every dime you got, and the car get burnt to the ground.
Yeah. Wow.
Hey, so I'm calling the law. My brother says, we are the law. You ain't going no goddamn place.
We are the law. That's amazing.
He said, oh, y'all think y'all going to manhandle me or whatever? And I said, brother, we ain't got to do nothing. I said, this ain't going to happen. You know, you can run your fucking cock holster all you want to, but I'm telling you something right now. We need some fucking money.
Right.
You ain't going to just run her. You just ain't going to run off and leave my fucking sister. You two redneck motherfucker, what, y'all going to shoot me? I said, I ain't going to shoot you. I'm just going to beat the shit out of you.
Right. Why not?
My little brother got a hold of him, and that was about all that cost he wrote. Because like I said, my little brother's D4 size, so that he got a hold of him, and next thing you know, he's pulling his wallet out and handing his cards. All right, don't hurt me.
Yeah.
Right.
And what's fucked up was when we took his damn bank card to the ATM and saw how much you had in there. I told my brother, I said, empty that whole motherfucker. I said, take every goddamn dime out of that bitch. I think we left him like $2.50 in there or something. So we got the money and took it to my sister. She started crying. She says, what happened? I said, don't worry about it. And I said, he'll be paying you again.
I hate violence.
So has he been? Has he been paying like on a steady basis now?
Oh yeah. No,
yeah.
Once I told my sister where he was living.
Sometimes people need their ass beat.
Oh, okay.
Like, listen. I hate violence, but sometimes people need their ass beat, and like sometimes people don't get it. Like, and that's the truth. And like, I plead the fifth, you know, but like sometimes people don't fucking get it. And that's the truth, Raj.
Well, see, my brother-in-law, he's always been a fucking. And my mama should have never started letting them date because my sister started dating him.
It's true.
And he's like 20 fucking years older than her. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
so
wow.
like,
Right.
Yeah.
No, I get it.
My mom should have
it.
never let that shit
I get it.
How did they meet, Raj?
I know. I get
On
it.
a fucking, what was it, MySpace? Back in the day?
Oh, back in the day? Yeah. Huh. Wow. And he was 20 years older than her?
Late 90s.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's
crazy. I remember MySpace. I remember it.
I mean, she was like 16,
about to take
old, and he was like 37, 36, 37.
That's funny.
And I asked my mom, I said, you let this old man date your, like.
That's funny as shit.
Hey, Saleen, how you doing?
Granted, listen, he was a good person, and you know, like they were married for long fucking time.
That's name of your show every week. I've lost control.
That's funny.
Oh,
What?
I can't get a word in, so I'm letting it run. I let it run.
Oh, you're good, man.
Neil, how you doing?
I'm listening to Jesse talk about how he's going to kill his brother-in-law.
Well, his
Family
ex-brother-in-law
fights
now.
We don't know.
I don't care what he does to the brother-in-law. Just
Hey,
don't
we
hurt
plead
the
the fifth
car.
around
That's all.
here.
Yeah,
We plead the fifth
yeah.
around
That's
here.
all that
We plead
Celine's
the
worried
fifth
about
around
is the
here.
car. Don't hurt
Yeah,
the
but
car,
that's how
Raj.
you get
Okay,
them.
we plead
That's
the
how you
fifth.
get them. Though
We
you hurt
plead
the
the
one
fifth
position
around here.
that they got.
Nope.
You know what you do,
We plead the
Jesse?
fifth around here.
You go to his house with a trailer,
Shit.
load that sumbitch on the back of the trailer, drive it down here to Florida, and then beat the guy up.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, Sunil, I was gonna say your daughter
Yes.
is so cute and adorable.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
She is the
She
cutest.
is. Soleil. She's watching Llama Llama. She's
Oh.
into her. This her. What are you watching, babe? Yeah, here she comes.
Barbie.
Okay, come here. They
The
wanna see
only
you.
cartoon, the only children's show I wouldn't let my girls watch was Barney. Absolutely
Why?
refused to let, because I refuse to let that purple monstrosity into my house.
My baby. She's my baby.
Hey,
But you know what the
I am
funny
so
part
grateful.
was? My older
I'm
daughter
so grateful.
was, I mean, she was just a tiny little thing. It was really hard to get her to eat
Hey
and
y'all,
put weight
the
on.
tooth fairy.
The only
tooth
way
fairy
we
came
could
to
get
her
her
last
to eat
night.
is to put her in
Nice.
front of the TV and play Teletubbies.
Oh my God, that's
No.
even worse than Barney.
That
What are you
was-
talking
no, that
about?
was-
I know
that
it's
was
worse
my
than
first
Barney,
set
but
of-
it's the only way she would
That
eat.
was my first set of.
Hey, Celine,
No,
how
I had a
surprised
bird
was you
set.
at the Florida-Alabama game last week?
Huh?
How surprised was you that it was a 2-point game and Florida had a chance to win?
Nobody was more surprised than me. You like my shirt?
Yeah.
Everyone, you gotta love the shirt. Come on.
Mm.
I
Now, are
am
you gonna market
committed to
those?
this. Huh?
Are you going to market those and start selling them?
No.
You know what's worse than even Barney is
What?
Hang on. Baby shark.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh my God. Hey y'all. You know? Hey, listen. Oh my God, Baby Shark. Let me tell you about that bullshit. Like, I think it was Arkansas. They actually arrested prison guards. What are they called?
Corrections officers.
Yeah, what corrections officers? Yes, they arrested them for actually putting that on repeat, like for the prison people. Like they put that shit on repeat for the prisoners, and
Oh, I
now
love
there's a
it.
lawsuit because it drove them crazy. Baby Shark, and I'm like, I get it.
Yeah,
Because she was
motherfuckers that don't
four
pay
at the time.
child
This was
support put their
last year.
asses in jail and play baby shark
Like,
all goddamn
listen,
day
this
long.
was-
Them motherfuckers will pay up real quick.
Yeah, y'all, this was last year, and I got it. Like, Baby Shark was driving me nuts. Like, I wanted to find anything but Baby Shark. Anything.
No,
And
there was
like-
one program that was worse than Baby Shark, and that was Dora.
They're
Oh,
pressing a
God.
lawsuit.
No, I
against
actually,
corrections
like,
for
I didn't mind my
torturing
kids watching Dora. So,
jailmates. Like, can you
Yeah.
imagine? Can you
yeah, my daughter
imagine
actually used to love watching
pressing
Dora the
charges?
Explorer.
To Neil, that would be the perfect form of torture. True
They-
enough.
That's what they're doing. And now they're pressing charges against the correction officers for torturing the prison inmates. I'm not
Fuck
kidding.
Yeah, that's
Look it
right,
up.
Rick. Yeah, I hate Spanish. Yeah,
That's troll. That's troll. That's like
Hey, but you know,
automatic troll.
Celine, like, I mean,
VIP.
everybody's going
That's
to be
like
speaking
some
Spanish
serious
probably
troll
within the
shit.
next 5 years. Don't you know that? That's what
That's
they're saying.
Well, I'm too old to learn another
That's troll
language.
shit.
Now,
That's
before we
troll
go
shit.
any further, Jerry Wells asked about anything about BVD.
Yeah, he made a video
The latest I
yesterday.
heard about BVD
How's
was
he doing?
well, there was a video either yesterday or day before. He was being driven to dialysis by somebody. I got to tell you,
It's cousin Tony.
his cousin Tony. I really hate to say it, but I really think the guy is not doing very well. I think he's trying to push himself too much.
Yes, I totally agree.
I think you see, my dad used to say all the time, you got to let yourself be sick before you can be better. DVD is, I mean, he's running around the football games and he's, I think he's doing too much too soon. I think he needs
Yes.
to relax.
Yes. Absolutely. I totally agree with
Too
you.
much stress on his
See, I
system,
believe that
and
you
his
go-
kidneys are not
I
coming back.
believe.
Right.
See,
Yeah, that's the same with me,
I
LW.
believe-
Not Frozen, but Trolls. I've seen
believe in
Trolls
pushing your
500
body.
fucking times. Every time.
I believe
Come
in
in
pushing your body.
fucking Trolls.
I believe in pushing your body.
I think he's pushing himself too hard, and his kidneys can't handle it.
Right.
And
Well, his
he's
kidneys, but mine can't. I know my body, and I know I had to push my body. I had COVID 2 weeks ago, and
okay. Well, he,
guess what?
he was beyond COVID. I mean, he's a type 2 diabetic. He was seriously overweight. He had a major infection. His
He was a
kidneys shut
smoker.
down. And I mean, he was in bad shape. He shouldn't be
Yeah.
pushing his. He's pushing himself to the point where I think his kidneys can't keep up, and
Right.
they're damaged.
Hey, BA, you know what me and Ethan watched the other night for movie night? We was down here watching Netflix, and he seen The Labyrinth. And he said, Daddy, what is
Oh,
that?
God,
I said,
that is an
you never
old
seen
movie.
this?
That's funny that you mentioned that, Raj. My daughter and I actually just watched that. Was it last weekend or the weekend before? I think it was like 2 weeks
David
ago.
Bowie.
Yes, that's the one with David
Well, see,
Bowie.
you know, I got
God, that's an 80s movie, for God's sake.
86.
Yeah. She loved it. She absolutely loved it. So
Hey,
yeah.
and you know what's one of the most underrated 80s movies ever? And I don't know if any of
hey,
y'all
by
have
the
ever
way,
seen
how
it.
are you doing, Hogue?
It's got Randy
Hey, Hogue.
Quaid, Charlie
I've never been
Sheen,
able to
Jim
say hi
Kasivitz.
in person.
It's called The
I've never
Wraith.
been able to say hi
Oh, I
in
love The
person
Wraith.
to Michael.
Oh
Hogue.
man, what are you talking?
It's
Me and
called The
Ethan
what?
watched
I've
it last
never
night.
been able to say, I hope you are doing well. Like,
What's it called?
He's always so kind,
The Wraith.
and like he is one of the
I
nicest
don't know
people.
if I've
And
seen
I've
that
never
one.
been able to
What?
in person say hello. No,
Hello
this is my first
there,
stream
Neil.
card with Michael Hogue, and I'm sorry for talking over everyone. But Michael Hogue, you are a very good person, and
Thank you.
You are always kind to everyone, and I want to say hello, and you are
Hello.
so kind.
Yeah, Raj,
Yeah.
I think the next one on our list is going to be it's very, very similar to the Labyrinth, but do you remember what that one was called, baby?
Not in that way. Not in a
The
crazy
one that
way.
we
I'll
the
have to look at that.
What's that?
I think it's the
Get the fucking kitten out.
something about a crystal,
Sorry.
like the crystal,
Dark Crystal.
the dark crystal. Yes, thank you, Celine.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
Oh,
next on our
yeah,
list.
my kids love that movie.
Yeah,
Girlfriends.
Okay, you do that. You
You
do
know,
yeah,
love
that's
that
next
movie.
on our list of
Silly.
things to watch.
Okay.
So I'm
You
trying
need to watch
to
it,
introduce
Raj.
her to all these things. So I introduced her to Willow. She'd never seen Willow before.
Willow
Willow
was
was
a great
great.
movie.
That
I
was an
enjoyed
awesome
that.
movie. I love that movie.
Oh,
And then,
also,
Yeah, Brubaker's a good one too, Jerry.
when she gets a little older, have her watch a movie called Crow. Yeah, Crow. With
Crow?
Krull,
Krull.
K-R-U-L-L or something like that. Yeah.
Crow.
Oh, okay. I think I've heard that. I think I've heard about that movie. I haven't seen it, but I think I have heard about that movie. So
Also, Jesse, a thing about the Wraith that you may not know. You know the Wraith car. That
I
car
love
was
that motherfucker, man.
That car was actually a prototype for the next generation Dodge Daytona.
Yeah, I know. I watched the story on it.
That was
What
an
about-
actual. They actually were going to
I
produce
didn't.
that car
I
until
didn't.
they figured out it would be too
What?
expensive.
Yes,
The kitchen just went up there.
it did.
When did that car
Yeah.
come out,
Okay,
Celine?
We're gonna have to put.
Oh, that was
That
in
movie.
the mid-'80s.
Yeah,
Mid-'80s.
Was it?
Okay.
Oh, and the
Right,
chick
right.
in the movie was hot.
A little bit of food.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, man, a lot of people don't realize that's one of the most underrated movies of the '80s. I mean, you got
they don't make them
David,
like that anymore. You know,
Charlie
they
Sheen,
don't. They
Randy
really
Quaid.
don't.
You got
They
what's it?
can't.
Ron Howard's brothers in it. Yeah, but Brubaker's
I
a
love
good one.
you
Have y'all ever seen Brubaker with Morgan Freeman and damn, what's his name?
Yeah.
Robert Redford.
Yeah, Robert Redford.
I
Oh, I
love
saw
Robert
that
Redford.
decades ago. Good movie though.
That's
It
And
is a good
Jerry,
movie. I have seen that one.
just to answer a question you asked about 5 minutes ago, the odds of getting off dialysis are, I mean, it depends on what the damage was in the first place, but the odds are never good about getting off of dialysis. But BVD is younger than a lot of people and has the every opportunity to get off of it, but it's up to him. You know, it may end up being that the only way he gets off of it is a kidney transplant. God forbid.
I
So when
know.
did he just have a setback, Saleen?
I don't know
Hey,
if we call it
I
a
had 2
setback,
kidneys.
but I don't think his
I had 2
recovery is
kidneys.
going as fast
If
as
I'm
it could.
Ash, I'll give a kidney up. Like,
Yeah,
I have
I
2.
want to say I think it's from what it seemed like in the video. It seemed like that he was not having a very good day as far as health wise. Because I mean, he was talking about his back was
Like,
hurting,
I don't
and
even
then like he was talking
both of
about
them.
how he had that pain. Do you remember, Celine? He was talking about he was
Yeah.
having that pain on his side or something like that. So
Yeah, his whole torso is in a lot of
right,
pain,
Right?
right.
and
Right.
I think
Kidneys,
he's
2.
retaining. I think he's
1
still got a
liver,
problem
2
with fluid
kidneys.
retention.
I'm trying to, yeah.
And Sleet is
He's
here.
fucking up.
Here.
He's fucking up. Like, he's not doing right. Like, I don't know what to
What's
say.
Slim? What's up, buddy, bro?
What's up,
Yeah, there's a whole
Slim?
gallon of tea
I
up in
don't
that
even know
refrigerator,
him.
son.
I don't even know him. The first time, listen,
I
Celine.
don't know. I
The
was doing
first
something
time,
that apparently
I
it
got
happened.
like the
Yeah, there's
highlight.
a whole gallon of tea in
I
that
mean,
refrigerator over there.
okay, like when I came in, okay,
Yeah.
like it was, when BVD was really high on life, and then he like hit a crash, and then all of a sudden he was gone,
You
and
can have it.
then all of a sudden it was like, what the fuck? And
Welcome,
then
bud.
I didn't know what happened, and so I like tried to figure it out. Then all of a sudden it was like a flashpoint on my YouTube, and so then I felt like I was invading his private space, and I didn't know what I was seeing from a hospital bed, and I felt like I was invading his space because I didn't know him. I know Lou, Derek, like, I mean, I felt like I know him, like, I mean, I'm like, okay. I'm like, I don't know what to do, you know? Like, I don't know how to process this. I don't know how, like, or what to do. Like, I don't know how to see this person in a hospital bed, barely living. And, eh, like, how do you process it? Like, what do you do? And then he made it out, and then it keeps going, and I'm just like, at some point you've got to fucking take responsibility. You got to fucking like pull your fucking bootstraps up. And I like, and maybe it's too late, and I'm not saying it's too late. I'm not i'm not I'm just saying, like, live healthy. Like, I just had COVID. I swear to God, I had it. I just fucking went through it. Like, I live healthy. I live farm to table, and I know I'm not like a vegan. I eat meat all the time, but I live farm to table. Like, I mean, you have to fucking live healthy, be hydrated all the time. You have to fucking live healthy. Like, if you don't live healthy, you're not going to live in this world, because right now they're against us. The government is against us. And I don't want to get into a political argument right now, but like, they are against us. And if you don't know it, you're not about it. And that's the truth. I'm just telling you.
Right. But everyone's got to live healthy. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but I'm telling you,
Slim.
no, but if you're not living fucking, if you're not really doing it. If you're not knowing where your food comes from, if you don't know where your nutrients are coming from, like you don't know where you don't know. Like you have to grow your own food. You have to know where your protein has come from. You have to know. Like you have to do it. Like this is like crazy. The world is going crazy right now. And like everybody's like caught up in this bullshit. I'm serious.
Hey, Slim,
Like
I
we
guess
can
I
all
should be
pretend.
thanking you in person, huh?
Sorry.
Okay.
I'm just saying. It's happening.
Hey, let's see. Who's been in here?
Sorry. Sorry for the Debbie Downer. It's true.
That's all, no, it's all right. I gotta let Tennille, I gotta let you go for a minute. I gotta get Nate in here.
Okay.
But I'm gonna keep you in the background.
Hey, I'll bow out, Saleen.
No, it's all right.
I was gonna go upstairs right quick. Ethan wanted me to help him with something right quick.
All right,
Go
well, if you
dogs.
want to go, then I'll leave.
Yeah,
I'll leave
no,
Tennille in.
No, you can leave her in there.
All right,
I'll come back later.
all right. Now let
Yeah.
Nate the Great in as soon as Jesse kicks off. There he goes. And we bring in Nate the Great, frustrated Nebraska fan.
Yes, indeed.
That was a good call, though, Slim. I did want to tell you last night.
I appreciate it.
I'm telling you the truth.
You're welcome.
First of
I'm telling you
all,
the fucking truth.
I am.
I don't know how to tell you the truth in the other way.
I am a little bit disappointed in that game against Oklahoma. I didn't expect a close game.
Oklahoma.
Choklahoma, actually. I didn't really thought that Nebraska would give them a fight, so.
I must have missed that game.
Yeah.
Nate, you should be happy that they gave Oklahoma a game. I mean,
Yeah, I was. I just didn't see it coming.
I don't think a lot of people seen it coming, Nate.
What?
I actually
I heard
see
somebody
a lot of
drop
people see
something.
that coming. I want to see Oklahoma do something. I want to see Oklahoma fucking play it out. Do something. I swear to God. Do something. I swear to God. Do something.
no.
I swear to God.
No.
I swear. Y'all.
Oklahoma not going to do anything. They're going to do what they always do. They're going to get to the playoffs, and they're going to get Oklahoma's going to get to the playoffs and choke like they always do.
Hey, Slim, have you stuck a fork in Miami for this year yet? And are you on the fired the coach bandwagon yet?
No, because I'm not a stupid person.
You see Lou's video earlier today?
Oh yeah, I did. No, actually I didn't.
No, it's talking to Slim.
Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah, I saw it. Well, I mean, most of that came from. I mean, most of what he said came from.
What's that,
I
Slim?
said last night when I called him.
Yeah, like I said, it was a really good call.
Texas talking about meth.
Slim showing up. I know you're fucking. Poor guy. Fuck.
Now.
Or who? Did I miss something?
Slim.
Who are y'all playing? Who are y'all playing this weekend, Slim?
Slim.
Nobody of any importance. Some D2.
Central Connecticut State or something like that.
Yeah.
Hey,
Central Connecticut State.
Right.
I got to get with the program. I got to figure out like what teams, what teams I should be like knowing, so
just be a Michigan fan.
Well,
my oldest son is actually a Michigan fan, Nate. So.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yes, my oldest son is a Michigan fan.
You didn't tell Lou that?
Wow.
No, Lou knows that. Yeah. So, yeah.
Why?
He actually gave him a Michigan football. So.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. So my son's got it.
Why,
My son's got it on the shelf in his bathroom. So yeah.
But why?
I don't know.
I don't know what to say. I don't know how to answer that question. I mean, he knows a lot
pick
more about football
Michigan?
than I do. So, but I mean, he's always been a Michigan fan. So,
He just picked Michigan. He just
um,
picked Michigan.
no, I mean, I don't think that he just picked Michigan. I mean, like I said, I think he knows a lot more about college football than I do. So I think he's always been a Michigan
Oh, he's
fan
like
since
Nate the
like high
Great.
school.
Nate the Great.
Well, I actually
There's
think
Nate the Great.
I actually think it's real simple. Some people are just into pain and torment, so they become Michigan fans.
Yeah, he does talk crap about them all the time, though. He's like, they suck, but but he's like, I still like them.
Well, Georgia has
shit.
Georgia has the quarterback
shit.
problem, so it's not mine.
Hey, wait a minute. Slow your roll. Don't talk shit about Georgia. We are 1B. There's 1A and 1B. We're 1B. Okay? That's a fact.
I think someone referred to me as a bandwagon fan like 2 weeks ago on one of Lou's streams.
Uh-oh.
I missed that one.
Yeah. I can't remember if it was I can't remember if it was on the Patreon.
I mean, I've been called a fake Florida fan for years now on Gator Nation, and this shirt just fired them up even more.
Oh, I'm sure it did.
Saleen,
Right.
I gotta ask you this.
Listen. Look. That would be like me calling. Look.
Better jump in now.
All right. I was wondering, Florida could have gone 15-0 this year, won a national championship. Would you still be wearing that shirt if they had the number one defense in the country?
No, if they had a defense that was competent and a defensive coordinator that was doing his goddamn job, I wouldn't wear this shirt. But it's obvious he's not doing his job. He don't know what he's doing.
All
so
right.
I'm gonna rock the shirt until he's gone.
Okay, I gotta ask you this because I didn't really get watch much of the game Saturday.
Do you trust? Wait, Saleen, do you trust Mullen?
More than I trust Grantham, yeah.
Oh man.
But Mullen's silliness is getting a little thin on me too. But I still trust Mullen more than Grantham.
All right.
So just so I'm straight.
Okay. Wait. Whoa. I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt anyone. Okay. Do you trust your fucking quarterbacks?
No.
Okay. So there's your fucking answer.
I didn't even answer the question. I think
you said no.
No, Nate said no.
No, I said oh.
Oh, okay. So Nate said oh.
My bad, Nate.
You good?
My bad.
Emory Jones shows flashes of goodness, but overall, I don't think he's a very good quarterback. Anthony Richards, I think, is probably the better quarterback going long term, but Mullen's not playing him as much as I would like him to. So I think our quarterback
he's not coaching the quarterbacks the way he should.
Not good,
or the way
I think he's coaching them as much as he can. Coach. But I wish our quarterback situation was better.
Quarterback coach.
Right? Saleen,
that's what I heard.
Emory Jones kind of reminds me of Denard Robinson that was from Michigan.
Right.
Yeah, he kind of plays like.
I never thought of that, Nate.
I mean, it's true.
So just so I'm straight, Saleen.
What's up, TB?
I never thought of that, Nate.
Grantham he's the defensive.
He's the defensive coordinator. Yeah.
Defensive coordinator. Okay. All right. I'm trying to get all this straight. So.
Oh my God.
The first quarter now is standing. The first quarter now was standing Saturday. What would you grade the defense out at?
What?
A failure. You cannot spot any. I don't care who the team is. You cannot spot a team an 18-point lead in the first quarter. I don't care if the team is Alabama or Central Connecticut State or whoever. You cannot go down 18 points to a team in one quarter and expect to be able to win that game, expect to have a good chance to win that game. Now, having said that, if you watch the game, Florida played.
Bragging about a loss against Bama.
I'm not bragging about the loss to Bama. It's not immoral.
Like, that's what you're doing. That's what, like, stop.
No, I'm not bragging about a loss to Bama. I'm trying to justify.
Stop.
Okay.
No, you're not justifying shit. No, stop.
Goodbye. Okay. I'm not justifying the loss. I'm not bragging about the loss to Bama. A loss is a loss. You cannot spot a team an 18-point lead and expect to come back and win the game. That's a failure of our defense. Our defense didn't play a full game. At best, they played a half of a game. They still lost. I don't care if they lost by 1 point or 100 points. It's still a loss. It's not a moral victory. It's not any of that nonsense that the Glitter Gators are saying out there. It's a loss. We lost because our defense can't play a full game, and that's down to this guy. He's an idiot. He doesn't know what he's doing, and he needs to be gone. That's all.
But Saleen,
he's
they're
a
life
game we can't pass. We'll see.
Saleen, they're life champions with 5-star heart.
The only reason, oh my God, I have a
What'd you say,
beach
Slim?
house.
I said they're life champions with 5-star heart. Don't forget.
That's Tennessee, not Florida. Now, what are we going to do against Tennessee? I don't know. If like I said at the beginning of this video, they played at best half of a decent game against Bama. But let's give them the benefit of the doubt and say they played one decent game so far. All of last year they sucked. The first 2 games of this year they weren't doing really well. I have the statistics to prove it. Go back and watch the video that I'm doing now. I read off where we're ranked in defense. I think we're ranked in the bottom 130 something of defensive rankings.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. Like,
Florida has to put together about 2 or 3 decent defensive games in a row before I say to myself, okay, we turned the corner. One game is a fluke. That falls under even a broken clock is right twice a day. Okay? Even a blind squirrel finds a nut. 2 games in a row, they play decent defense. Okay, that's 2 in a row. That's nice. 3 in a row, you've got a mini trend. 4 in a row, that's a trend that I can get on board with. I don't think Florida can do it. I damn sure know Florida can't shut down Georgia. So Georgia's going to run rampant all over Florida's defense.
Saleen, I think you're looking at this from the wrong perspective. Things in life are all about perspective. And if you look at, and I'll take an example of what you just said. They played half a decent game against Alabama. Well, that puts them right on par with Georgia because they played 2 half-decent games with Alabama.
Ooh.
Okay, let me ask you this, Saleen. The game Saturday or the SEC championship game, even though they lost both, which was better? Which Florida team played the better game?
That's a toughie.
And
you know what I was grateful for? You know what I was grateful for in the game last Saturday against Bama? Florida has found a running game. It's been a while, but they can run the ball. They're actually ranked, depending on where you look, 2nd or 3rd in the nation in run offense. Now, their pass offense is down around like 130 something. I'll pull the stats up again if I have to, but Their passing game is weak, but the running game is strong. In both instances, the defense played horribly. Now, last week, the defense played pretty well and actually managed to stop Bama on a few occasions, which is something that Florida's defense didn't do in the SEC championship game. It turned into a track meet, and Florida got within 6 points. Florida, I would argue, maybe not as successfully as I would like to, but I would argue that Florida's defense played better in the game last Saturday because they managed to actually stop Alabama a few times. And even that comedian that does videos, Funny Mane, everyone familiar with him?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
He was worried, and that's one of the biggest Alabama homers in the world. And he was worried.
Oh, hey, for the record, Saleen, Florida's averaging 216 yards a game passing.
Yeah, well, okay. Let me pull the stats up again. Hang on a minute. Hang on. I'll read them again. That one. Now, I use, like I said before, I use an app on my phone called The Score. You may or may not be familiar with it. Here we go. Offense. Florida ranks 12th in the nation in total offensive yards, 556 yards per game. They rank 138th in passing, 3rd in rushing, and tied for 43rd in points per game and tied for 60th in third down efficiency. Okay? Mm-hmm. Oh, here comes an Alabama fan. This J-Dub, before you jump all over me, let me finish reading the stats, okay? Good. Defense. Florida ranks overall tied for 101st. 166th in passing defense, 52nd in rush defense, tied for 157th in points allowed, tied for 162nd in third down efficiency in terms of stopping them. So, yeah, Georgia is going to torch our secondary. I mean, our secondary ranks 166th in the country. Georgia's going to torch them. It isn't even going to be funny. And you know, Bama, I'm sure we put the fear of God in Saban for at least 5 minutes. Yeah, we gave Bama probably the best game they've had in forever. You know, the best. Probably the last 2 times we played Alabama, we've given them the best game that they've had in those 2 games for a long time. Still lost. I don't care if you lose by 1 point or 100, it's a loss. Yeah. So, you know, we still lost to Alabama. We still lost to Alabama in the SEC championship game. We still lost to Alabama in the game last week in the Swamp. All I can say is thank God we don't have to play Alabama next year.
Mom.
Yeah.
I saw next year's schedule for Florida. That actually lines up pretty good in terms of how well Florida could probably do. But if Grantham is still on the staff, it's a 10-2 season at best. If we can get rid of Grantham and get somebody in there and actually knows what he's doing, hell, we could maybe even go undefeated. As crazy as that sounds.
We start next year with Texas A&M, and then we got Texas A&M and Florida in 2023.
We start with Utah. But of course, all the trolls are going to say, oh, you're playing Utah, but you're playing them in the state of Florida. You never leave the state of Florida, blah, 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 blah. You know, every time I hear that useless troll, it just, go away. Leave me alone.
They won.
I wonder why my kid hasn't shown up yet.
I mean, everybody's got to use the controller.
Maybe she's not picking her car up today. I don't know. I don't know why J-Dug dropped out. Oh, he's in a low reception area. Okay.
She seems to know. Like, that's not cool.
Who?
I don't know. She was sick first.
When does Florida and Miami play again?
It's either 23 and 24 or 24 and 25. I can't remember exactly. I'm thinking it's 23.
I thought it was 24 and 25. Yeah.
The kitty cats are one in. Good on.
It's going to be, I hope we can find a quarterback and a defense by the time we play Miami again, because that's going to be a long day playing Miami if we can't play defense.
Who are y'all playing weekend, Saleen?
2024, 2025, Saleen and Slim.
Okay, thank you. Who are we playing this week? We're playing Tennessee.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I can't believe I forgot that.
Thank God it's in the swamp.
That's going to be a beat down. That's going to be a beat down. Well, you know what, though? I'm going to... They aren't even going to have heart, though. They I mean, no offense. No, Florida.
I don't know why you're worried about Florida, Tennille. That Florida ain't going to offer no resistance to you guys. I don't know why any Georgia fan is worried about Florida this year.
If they do a lot of the RP, I mean, yeah, I don't know when you guys played. What is it? Halloween weekend this year?
I think it is that weekend. Yeah.
Right.
People have fit with the RPO more than you think. And if they have success early with that against Georgia, we'll see what happens.
Okay, Mike, have you seen the Georgia front seven?
I haven't seen Georgia yet this year.
The Georgia front seven is scary. All right?
Yeah. Yes. But our secondary, listen, our secondary needs work. Listen, I'm worried about speed. Listen, I'm worried. Listen, it's not because I'm worried. I'm worried.
But we're worried about. We don't have a quarterback that can stretch the field. At least we don't have a starting quarterback.
We got quarterbacks. We got quarterbacks for days. Like, I'm not worried about quarterbacks.
Well,
no,
I'm not worried about quarterbacks. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me.
I'm listening.
Look in my eyes. Look into my eyes. Look into my eyes. I'm not worried about quarterbacks. I'm worried about the secondary. I'm like literally worried
Hang
about
on, I got a phone call coming in.
I mean, and he did a good job. Hold on. I gotta find my charger or my phone's gonna die. Hold on. My phone's gonna die. Hold on.
So Slim, do you live in Florida?
No, not anymore. I used to.
Oh, you used to? Are you from there or?
Yeah, I'm from right outside of Tampa.
Oh yeah.
But no, I was going to say to Saleen, if you go out there and you read the internet, Clemson ain't shit. Hang on, Clemson ain't shit, UAB ain't shit, and South Carolina ain't shit. So what's there to be scared of with Georgia if you're to believe the internet?
All right. I got it.
I know, and everybody believes everything on the internet, right?
Yeah, that's true.
I believe everything ever put on the internet ever.
Yeah.
Okay, that was my kid. She's going to be here in a minute. So what I'm going to do is I'll kill my camera and mute the microphone, but you guys keep going because I'm not going to stop the stream just because of her.
Sure, we'll keep
All right.
Hostile takeover.
Yeah.
Hostile takeover.
Fucking Carolina. Carolina's lady.
No, but I
told him to go to the truck. Told him to go to the truck. Go to the truck. Hey, go to the truck.
What are you talking about?
What is that always? That's what Raj always says. He's always saying, "Go to the truck."
Yeah, he's always telling me to go to the truck. He can't contain me though.
I'm just saying, it happens.
Hey, lady, fix me a
It's
sandwich.
funny as shit. Funny as shit. It's funny as shit.
I could pass.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Funny.
Mm-hmm.
But the Florida Georgia game is not going to be something that Georgia would really have to worry about. I mean, yeah, the Georgia secondary is a little bit suspect, but Florida doesn't have a. I mean, their starting quarterback really doesn't do the long ball very much, and and Mullen won't play AR-15, who actually does throw a decent ball.
Seems to be very
So. Yeah, I don't think Florida's going to test Georgia's second. Now, Florida might test your run defense.
That's what I was trying to say.
We seem to like to run the ball this year, but we'll see.
I think something you're not taking into account. I mean, it's just
our defensive
weird
backs,
stuff.
our DBs need work. Our DBs need work. I get it. Yeah.
So
our
do
DBs
ours.
need work.
Now,
Yeah.
JT Daniels is going to light our secondary up.
That's right.
Yeah, I'll come back.
Right.
I'll
Yeah.
be back. I'll be there 1 second.
Yeah. Celine knows what's up. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, JT Daniels is going to light
DBs
that
need
secondary
work.
up.
Celine, what you're not taking into account is just weird, goofy things happen in rivalry games. I've seen a 7-5 Miami team take the Jameis Winston-led FSU team down to the final seven. I mean, it was a blocked extra point that decided that game from going into overtime. So
1 second. Delay.
I wouldn't. I'd never count out any team in a rivalry game.
And another thing too, Celine, does it usually go like Georgia wins 3 in a row, then Florida wins 3 in a row?
That's right. Right, but that's changing this year, though.
Yeah, I mean, most likely Georgia's gonna win. Yeah, but if they're having success early, I mean,
Georgia's gonna win.
Most likely Georgia's gonna win. Yeah, but if they're having success with the RPO early, how's Georgia gonna stop it though?
It's not even.
What do you mean? What do you mean? How?
Just give us that.
What do you mean? What do you? What do you?
I mean, Alabama had a hard time stopping the run past our.
We're better. Well, we're better than Alabama, at least defensive wise. We have a better defense than Alabama. So
please.
We have better defense than Alabama.
1980. Give us a fucking year.
No.
No.
We are not out.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna let let's see who's gonna let go here. Sorry. I thought I had the door open. Never mind. I don't know what's going to happen with the cocktail party this year. I predicted Florida would lose the game, so we'll see. I mean, it is a rivalry game, and like Slim Shed, I speak English real good. I do.
Got that education.
Things happen in rivalry games, so who knows?
Get down. I'm trying to make a pool.
Kids having fun.
Yeah. You got someone in the back room?
Yeah, I got J-Dub, and then there's somebody named Sal Rosenberg.
Okay. I'll go ahead and drop out. I've got to take my daughter to a doctor's appointment anyway, so.
I'll let you.
All right, BA. Have a good rest
Bye,
of your
guys.
day.
Yes.
See you later, Battle.
Bye.
All right. What up, J-Dub?
Good afternoon.
Okay, my daughter is opening the door, so I'm gonna dip out for a few minutes.
Hey, she says hey too.
Hello, Soleil. You have a beautiful name.
Thank you. Hey, my first daughter's names are Savannah Sky, Dakota Rains, Sage Adora, and Soleil Augustine. So thank you. I'm a name wizard.
Saleen was on here earlier complaining that Miami did, or that not Miami, that Florida didn't play a full 4 quarters against Alabama, and Slim brought up the fact that Georgia has a couple of times only played like a half a game against Alabama.
Right.
That's the trick.
Right.
That's the trick.
Right.
To beat the king, to be the man, you got to beat the man.
Mm-hmm.
And not only do you have to play Alabama, not only do you have to play Alabama all 4 quarters, you got to bring your A game all 4 quarters, or you have no chance.
I'm actually going to disagree with that. I'm going to disagree with that, Jeff, because
of course you are. Of course you are.
Hey, hang on, Log. Because Clemson didn't have to put together a full 4 quarters. They put y'all away pretty early and cruised last time y'all played.
Mm-hmm.
They sure did. Yeah, they sure did. That's about as poor as I've ever seen Alabama play in an important game.
Okay, J-Dub, what about the 2000? What about the national championship?
Which is not to take any credit away from Clemson, who played an outstanding game and had an outstanding game plan. But it helped that Alabama was off that game.
All right.
I'm not saying that Alabama being on would have changed the outcome, but Alabama being on wouldn't have got blown out like they got blown out.
All right, J-Dub, here's another one. The national championship against Georgia. Where was Alabama in the first half? They didn't play a complete game that night.
They kept themselves in the game when they were not playing well, and they stayed close enough that they could strike fatally when the moment arose.
But see, Jeff, that previous statement is exactly why a lot of people have a problem with most Bama fans. You can't accept the fact that Clemson came out there and called the mud hole in your ass for 4 quarters. If Alabama was off that.
Yes, Clemson kicked your ass.
Yes, they certainly did. It's the one time in the last 13 years somebody has kicked Alabama's ass. So you're right. One time in 13 years somebody kicked Alabama's ass.
All right, one follow-up question for you, Jeff. David doesn't make. Go ahead, Slim.
I'm gonna disagree with that too, Jeff. Because Ohio State.
How many 2 touchdown losses does Saban have?
Let's see.
How many times you lost by more than 14 points?
Urban Meyer kicked your ass pretty good too in 2014.
How many times Saban lost by more than 14 points after 2007?
Louisiana Monroe did a pretty good job kicking your ass.
After 2007.
Oh, can I say something?
Yeah,
that's what I thought. Just be quiet now. Just be quiet.
All right, let me
I'm
ask
not quiet. I'm not quiet at all. I just said Utah kicked your ass in that Sugar Bowl.
Oh wait. Well, Auburn beat y'all by 2 touchdowns in 2017.
Yeah, he's got 3. The answer is 3, Vic. He's got 3 losses by 14 or more points in the last 13 years.
Okay.
Along with have come 7 SEC championships and 6 national titles.
Right. Jeff, let me ask you this. Saban doesn't make the switch and put Tagovailoa in at halftime against Georgia. Does Alabama still win the national championship?
No.
Oh.
No, they do not.
And I think they have like what, 4 or 5 double-digit losses since 2017.
We lost by 5 to LSU, a game in which we outscored them 30-7 in the second half and should have won that game. Then lost the Iron Bowl.
No, you shouldn't have won that LSU game because LSU put it in cruise control in the second half and let y'all come back.
Yeah.
And we had two very unfortunate pick sixes work against us in that game.
Yeah.
Which credit to LSU because, hey, if somebody throws you an interception and you return it, I mean, you got to cash it in. You know, if somebody gives you a cookie, that doesn't mean you have to eat it. You know, so good for them. They got a cookie and they ate it.
Eat it.
You know,
Eat it.
well, I'm not taking anything away from LSU.
Rest in peace to Tua, by the way. That was a nasty hit he took.
You know what? That's one thing. Usually there's people whenever Tua gets hurt and they're like he's fragile or whatever. But you have to admit that was he got blasted.
He got smoked.
He did. I mean,
when I saw that, I thought just about any quarterback in the league, except for maybe the really big guys like Roethlisberger or somebody really big, that was brutal, man. If I'd got hit like that, hell, I'd been in a hospital.
He did.
If I wasn't dead.
And I mean, everybody likes to make fun of it. It's not Tua's fault that he's injury prone. Some people just are. Some people just aren't. I mean,
But
fun of it.
That was a whack, man. I don't wish my worst enemy to get hit like that. I mean, that was brutal.
I mean, I've seen guys too that are injury prone in college, but they're not injury prone in the pros.
Yep.
Gore being the leading example I come up with off the top of my head.
And then then there's all the guys, and we could list we could sit here and come up with a encyclopedia of, boy, if they'd never gotten hurt, like Marcus Lattimore, if he'd never gotten hurt, Gale Sayers in the NFL, how many yards would Gale Sayers have run for if he'd never gotten hurt? He'd go on and on and on, but I mean that's why I hate it. I hate to see, I'm like what Lou says this all the time, and I'm with him on this. I don't want to see anybody get injured. Now, when I'm playing against a team, do I want to see their best players get knocked out of the game? Yeah, but if they come back and play next week, I'm fine with that. I don't want them injured. I don't want anybody injured.
Yeah.
Well, I don't even want their best players knocked out of the game, because then you turn around and you've got enough trolls that'll be, well, this guy wasn't in the game, or that guy wasn't in the game, so you didn't play the team at their best.
That was like the game Saturday with Purdue and Notre Dame. I don't know if you've seen the highlights, but that was a nasty hit that Bell took. But, yeah, he did a concussion protocol, but they're thinking he might play Saturday against Illinois. Me personally, I think he should sit it out, though.
How about the Notre Dame quarterback dislocating his finger, walks over to the sideline, gets it snapped back in place, then comes in and throws, I think he threw a touchdown.
Yeah, 2 plays later, I think it was. But no, they did a good job picking on Mackey the other day, though. But no,
I hate to say this.
Saturday.
I'm going to be the only person that says this. I guarantee you I'm the only person in the whole Lou, BVD, Pete, SaleenDriver, the whole community that's going to say this. Notre Dame is going to beat Wisconsin. Mark it down.
Okay.
I could possibly see that.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I know. I had Notre Dame beating Wisconsin in my preseason predictions. So.
I don't know. I don't know how it'll play out, being a neutral site, But I will say this, as somebody who has family, a lot of family, and a lot of good friends that live in Chicago and the Metro Chicago area, Wisconsin is hated there. They hate Wisconsin, and they hate the Packers, and they hate Wisconsin. And most of Chicago is Notre Dame loyalists. A whole lot of Chicago is Notre Dame's fan base. And so it wouldn't surprise me if, for whatever, you can give it any credit or give it no credit or however you want to feel about it, I wouldn't be surprised if the crowd at Soldier Field is very heavily tilted towards Notre Dame.
It'll be like 75-25.
Yeah, because
Notre Dame.
Hogue lives up in the area. You know this.
Yeah.
Wisconsin, the Brewers, the Bucks, the Packers, they are hated in Chicago.
Any team from Wisconsin in the Chicago area, man, it's like.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, the entire city of Chicago and Notre Dame can all fall off in the Great Lakes, and I won't bat an eyelash over it.
Well, if you let me pick the neighborhoods, I would agree with you.
Yeah, but Chicago is a fun town, though, Slim.
Because there are certain parts of Chicago I wouldn't mind seeing fall into the lake. Others, no. But yes, I can think of whole sections of the city I'd like to see fall into the lake.
Yeah. So you shooting Iowa or Iowa State Saturday, Jeff?
Iowa State's down at Baylor, so I'm not flying down to Texas. I've got Iowa at home against Colorado State. Oh God.
Hey, is Colorado State a decent team this year?
No.
I
had to sit through Iowa Kent State.
Lost to Vandy, so
I had to sit through Iowa Kent State last week. What happened was they kept updating. It's like every 5 minutes, the PA announcer at Kinnick Stadium, he felt like it was his mission to drive me fucking crazy, because about every 5 minutes they were announcing the Alabama-Florida score, and it kept getting closer and closer and closer, and everybody around me was giving me shit. And the Iowa game, we got done. The game ended. Guys got off the field. Within about 25 minutes of the end of the Iowa game, I was able to go into one of the press rooms and catch the last, I think it was 4:50. There was a TV timeout with like 4:57 to go. So I saw the last 4:57 of the Bama-Florida game live. But man, I was having a stroke on the sideline.
Except for the first quarter there, when they jumped out, I thought Bryce Young there was going to have a field day because he threw 2 touchdown passes in the first 6 minutes of the game.
You know, Cecil Hurt is the beat writer for Bama football, and he has been since I was a student at Alabama. He's been at the Tuscaloosa News that long, and he knows who I am, and he will occasionally, once in a blue moon, he will answer an email from me. He knows who I am, and he knows what I do. And when he has an Iowa State question or an Iowa question, all of a sudden I'll get an email from him out of the blue. So I emailed him and have not heard back from him. And here's the question I emailed him.
Okay.
Bryce Young has been very accurate scrambling out of the pocket.
Okay.
But he's not tucked the ball down and run, even though he came to Tuscaloosa as the #1 dual threat quarterback in the country. So my question to Cecil was, behind the scenes, has he been told not to run? Either because they're worried he'll get hurt, they don't have a quality backup ready, or they're saving it for some game down the road. Has he been told not to run? Because it's very curious. A lot of Bama fans are saying, this guy is fast, he's elusive, he's not big, but he's a great dual threat quarterback, except he has shown no R part of the PO.
Welcome back, Saleen.
What are we talking about now?
Bryce Young.
That makes sense, Jeff. If they don't think that the backup's ready, I wouldn't want to put my starter in danger if I don't think I've got a quality backup that's ready to go.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think, Slim. I don't think. Well, I know they're not ready for Paul Tyson to start, and they're really high on Jalen Milroe, but he's not ready yet. He's just too young and too raw.
Yeah.
So the answer to the question is Alabama a 1 quarterback team right now? Very much so. And if something happens to Young, that's it for the season.
And that's something I've tried to beat through the head of Miami fans over and over. Just because you have a highly ranked recruit sitting there at the #3 slot or #2 slot or whatever it may be, doesn't mean he's game ready.
Right.
Very few people come in and are game ready. Your Tua's, your Trevor Lawrence, those guys are the exception to the rule.
Yeah, I think Slim Milroe was number 6 or number 8. He wasn't in the top 5, but he was right up there as far as quarterbacks. And he's a huge guy. He's like 6'4", 220. They say he's like a tight end. And he's one of the fastest guys on the team. And being one of the fastest guys on Alabama is saying something. But he's not ready. He's not ready to be the quarterback.
Yeah,
and if they put him in, it would be a disaster.
Yeah, because to me, even if you're forced in a situation where you have to stick a young guy in like that, you stick him in and he doesn't do good, you may never regain his confidence.
Right. Yep, you don't want him to. You're exactly right.
I got two guys. I want your opinion on something. I got two guys in the background. I got one guy says hashtag we want Bama, and then another guy in the background named Sal Rosenberg. Don't know who either of those are, and I'm not really sure I should let either one of them in here.
Right. Guess who is Paul Tyson? Is he Mike Tyson's son?
No. Hey, Slim, I just seen that.
Paul Tyson, Vic, is the great grandson
of Bear Bryant.
Of Bear Bryant, right?
Yeah, so he's Bear Bryant. He's Bear Bryant's great grandson.
And he was a 24/7 had him as a 3-star, and I think Athlon or somebody else had him as a 4. Okay. So he's a quality quarterback that play in a lot of places, but he's not good enough to play at Alabama.
Right. He's only at Alabama because his great granddaddy is Bear Bryant.
That's probably so. I don't know that to be true, but that would not surprise me any.
Yeah, just like the only reason why Tua's little brother was at Alabama is because he's Tua's little brother. So.
And now he's in Maryland. Hey, Slim, I seen that he's not playing Saturday for Miami.
No, he's not. Which I didn't think he should anyway. I mean, they're going to beat whoever it is they're playing. I mean, they're going to beat them blindfolded. So there's no need for him to play. I said they should have had him play anyway.
How surprised was you? Hey, guys, beat the crap out of him.
Get a load of this. Here's something interesting I just see come flying across my computer. This is just one of those college football fan type things. This is being reported by the sports director at WVTM, which is a TV station in Birmingham. They're congratulating Tommy Ray of Huntsville. The Florida game was his 621st consecutive Alabama game. He has tickets from every single game to prove his streak. It began in 1972. He's been to every single Alabama game, home, road, bowls, and playoffs for 50 years. The most amazing thing, Tommy is not a season ticket holder. He is a man of modest means who finds single game tickets and buys those. 621. Can you imagine? I don't care if you're North Dakota State. I don't care what school. 621. That's incredible.
That is pretty incredible.
Yeah.
1972. Since 1972.
Jacob says you guys know him.
To go to a Jaguars game.
Yeah, ballad strings.
Jacob, is it Jacob all caps? Jacob?
Yeah.
Oh, we know all caps, Jacob.
Yeah, it's broken. That's not my fault. But.
Okay. Saleen, I'm going to bounce so Mr. Rosenberg can make his weekly visit in.
Okay. I'll let Sal in and thanks for stopping by, man.
Hey, are you gonna be free to message on Facebook later tonight, or are you gonna be super busy again?
I'm gonna be at my folks' house, but
right.
Just leave a question or something. I'll get to it.
All right. Thanks for your time, Saleen.
My pleasure, man.
See you guys.
Slim Shady, what do you think about Miami? And that's not anything to make fun of. I just want your thoughts.
I mean, about what in particular?
Yeah.
You're in, Sal.
I mean just in general, or?
Yes, in general.
I mean, they're playing like crap right now. I don't think that's any excuse to fire your coach. I think a lot of the problems that they have are fixable problems throughout the course of the season. Penalties, poor tackling, just fundamental crap. Holding receivers, catching the football. I mean, that's just fundamental stuff that can be fixed. And all of a sudden you're 2-1. It's like I told Lou last night. They had 3 touchdowns wiped off the board in that Appalachian State game for penalty. So, I mean, all of a sudden, they've got another 21 points on the board. That puts them up to 50. Who says you can get 20 points at that point when you have
Hello, can everyone hear me?
like that?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I had Miami winning the division preseason, and that's probably not the case anymore. But that's what I thought before the year, and that's not aging
Well,
well.
that's still to be determined. I mean, they haven't even lost a conference game yet.
No, that's true. That's true. But
And like I said, the problems that I see are fixable. So I just have my doubts on. It seems like there's I don't know if you want to call it complacency or an attitude problem with some of the players, an effort problem, if you will.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's turning into a cycle. I mean, y'all hiring coaches every 3-4 years and then firing them. So,
believe me, I know. I've said this till I'm blue in the face to Miami fans, but what do I know? I'm just some asshole with an internet connection.
yeah. And I'm going to tell you right now, Ed Reed is not going to fix those problems. You're going to have to hire a real head coach.
Ed Reed has been a coach for exactly 1 year. He was an assistant safeties coach for the Bills.
Okay, cool.
He's not qualified to be a head coach.
No.
Yeah, you're going to have to hire a real head coach.
Yeah,
and I don't even think y'all should fire Manny Diaz, to be honest.
Ed Reed is just a groupie. So,
I mean, great player, but doesn't translate to a coach. And honestly, I don't think y'all should fire Manny Diaz.
Yeah. Ed Reed.
I don't either. I'm a big proponent of, it takes, outside of Nick Saban, name a coach that's turned around a bad program in less than 5 years.
Nick Saban didn't even do that at Michigan State.
Well, what do you mean by bad, and what do you mean by turning around?
I mean, Nick Saban didn't even do that with Michigan State.
So you mean you mean going from like 2-10 to making a bowl game, or?
No, from taking a bad team to contending for a national title.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, Georgia was never a bad team, so you can't say Kirby. I don't know.
I mean, that's the thing. It takes time, and it takes a good coach time. You're when you hire Manny Diaz, a guy that's never been a head coach before, you can just automatically assume it's going to take even longer.
Yeah, or if you hire Ed Reed, who's just a groupie. Then.
Almost.
I mean, that doesn't mean Ed Reed can't be a good coach. I mean, you don't know until you try.
Hello, can everyone hear me?
I'm not big on
we hear you.
Hiring guys that have never been head coaches before.
Your mic's a little bit messed up, Sal.
Yeah, unmute your mic.
Okay, great. Hey, this morning my mother, she came upstairs and she threw a pan of hot grease all over my chest and ass and genitalia. And then I fell down the
No, we're not doing that. Sorry. No.
Yeah, we got a troll. If you let a troll in here.
Yeah.
Did he even? I thought you said you weren't letting people in who don't turn their camera on.
Well, in the private side of the chat, he said he was Uncle Lou, so I took a chance because Uncle Lou kind of has that bizarre sense of humor. But he's out. He's out.
Okay, so do you think that was really Uncle Lou? Or?
No, it was a 50-50 shot. He didn't say or do anything that was overly bad or with mother threw.
I mean, anyone can say it.
Throwing grease on the chest and then falling out.
Or bow.
Goodbye.
Saleen,
We're
can
done.
I give you a tip?
Anybody can claim to be somebody. So.
Saleen, can I give you a tip?
Please.
Anyone who claims their Uncle Lou is not real unless Uncle Lou messages you. He will message you if he's under a fake name or a different name.
Yeah.
So if he message you, don't let him in if they claim they're Uncle Lou.
Well, I shouldn't have let you in, Jacob, because you didn't turn your I forgot to ask you to turn your camera
What
on.
about your
Oh well, I'm right here.
Yeah, you got to remember those security protocols.
Yeah, we don't need no naked two knuckle shuffles here. I managed to avoid that for the time being.
I'm not gonna do that.
Well, we appreciate that, but
yeah.
Well, I should have done that for Sal there, but I took a chance, and he didn't say anything that was overly like going to get me kicked off of YouTube, but it's like, okay, I see where this is going, and you're done. You're done now. Thank you very much for playing.
Yeah. But yeah, if Uncle Lou's under a fake name, he will message you. So.
Yeah, I haven't seen Lou on my channel in a couple of weeks now. So, oh, by the way, I just wanted to mention for the folks who are still here, I appreciate. Next week is going to be my 75th Wednesday afternoon live stream.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little contest. I'll jot down everyone's names on a piece of paper, and I'll load them into a random name picker, and I think we'll give away a couple of watches.
Yeah. What do you think about Florida?
Nobody wears the damn things anyway, but I'll give them away anyway. What do I think about Florida?
I think you just spent a whole live stream telling us what you think about Florida. So.
Yeah.
Well, this shirt says it all. By the way, you like the shirt, Mike?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I mean,
Florida's Florida. I mean, we have some positives about our team. We got a big fat 300-pound negative who doesn't know what the hell he's doing, and yeah. Just sorry, gotta get rid of him before we can take that next step.
And as much as Lou wants to poke fun at Ed Reed showing up on the sidelines of all the games, having somebody like that in your facility every day, to be one that meets with recruits and to be on your sidelines during all of your games is a positive for any program.
So are we talking about Ed Reed or?
Yeah, I'm saying for as much as Lou wants to poke fun at it.
Hey, the guy in the background, turn your camera on.
The and the no-show job or the mob job, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, whatever you want to call it. I think there's plenty of positives to having somebody like that in your facility and on your sidelines, especially for recruiting. And I mean, whether they like it or not, he's helping coach up players.
Well, Uncle was in the private chat. Yeah, you said gotcha. So I guess that really was Uncle Lou.
Yeah, maybe it was. You think I should trust him on this one?
He says ha ha, gotcha. Don't have my cam plugged in.
Well, now I can't connect them in anyway because it says device not connected.
I mean, I think you should tell him to message you first, probably, just to be
He
safe.
did.
He did?
He messaged me in the private.
Okay, let him in.
So. All right. You're in.
Then I fell down the stairs and all my shoes fell off and my glasses went everywhere. Oh, God.
Eddie, I know Lou's voice.
Yeah, I know. I'm not familiar with that voice. It's not any, voice impression.
So Saleen, he messaged you?
Yeah, in the private side is
he's got one for General Waltard.
Well, I meant message you for social media, not private chat.
And he's got one.
No, he hasn't messaged me on any.
Tom Barner and Phil Wang, Tech Tard III. So.
I mean, I meant message through social media, not private chat. You can't trust private chat.
So is this a fake? So I guess it's
gotta be a fake Uncle Lou. Yeah.
It's a fake Uncle Lou account. Okay.
Yeah,
I got really excited
it
too.
does sound like a recording. Nate's
Yeah.
Hammer. You're probably right.
I mean,
So we're gonna stop with that nonsense. Anyway, what were we talking about? Ed Reed with the fake mafia job.
That's right.
Jeff Webster, you still there?
That's right.
Yes.
All right. I thought you were out there.
Yeah, Battle Angel agrees that was not Lou. So
it's obviously not Lou. Lou's voice is a lot different.
Well, no, he's trying to. I mean, he's basically using the same voice that if you ever watched Family Guy and the Jewish guy on Family Guy, he's trying to do that.
Oh,
anyway.
He's trying to do Mort. He's trying to do Mort.
Trying to Mort. Thank you. He's basically trying to do Mort from Family Guy, and it's like. I'm good with poking fun at Jewish stereotypes to a point as much as anybody, but I'm not I'm not about that on one of my streams. I just as soon kind of let that one
don't let I guess an Uncle Lou name in till I guess
I won't let him in unless he turns his camera on and I can see it is actually Lou.
Right. Yeah.
But Lou is all you have to do is ask Lou. I mean, he'll tell you he's a very important and busy person. He's probably too important and busy to be on this stream. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm busy. I find time for your streams, Slim.
Well, I appreciate that, Slim. I really do. I appreciate everyone that's in here and in the chat and showing love to the channel and all that. I mean. I love these streams. I'm glad I started doing these because it was the beginning of the COVID lockdown. Remember the 2 weeks to kill the virus that we're almost 2 years in now, and
I don't know anything about that. I never locked down.
Oh well, yeah, because you're one of the people that kept the country going. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
No, that was something that wasn't going to happen. I don't care who says it.
Well,
but I started doing this out of sheer boredom. I mean, I was just sitting there bored. I was tired of watching YouTube videos. I didn't want to watch anything on TV. I said, you know what? If other people can live stream, I certainly can. And I just did it on one Wednesday, and it was pretty popular. I just kept doing it, and it's gotten more and more popular. So.
Yeah, well,
and every once in a while somebody throws money at me.
That was a comedian act recording. I can't remember the comedian's name, but I've heard that stand up or the act. That's what Bulldog JC said. He said it was like
that.
Who that comedian has a really weird voice.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I made the awful prediction before the season that even with Todd Grantham, Florida's defense would still be great because with Todd Grantham 2012, because of all Georgia's talent on defense, they were great. And I thought, well, Florida kind of has the same talent. I kind of feel like they're going to still be a great defense, and they're not.
Colby, pan your camera down just a little bit.
Third and Grantham.
Third and Grantham doesn't work anymore. Okay, yeah, I'm fairly satisfied that's Colby.
Well, it works for the opposing offense.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Tiger Baskins, I will get you in soon. I'm limited to 6 people, so I'll get you in. Don't worry about it.
I mean, I thought, because Georgia's defense 2012 with Todd Grantham, that was an amazing defense. So I thought that even with a bad defense coordinator, the talent for Florida's defense would still make it a great defense, and I was wrong. Todd Grantham's just that.
Hey, guys.
Todd Grantham is a disaster, all right? Let's face it. I forgot I know he worked for Georgia, and obviously worked for Florida. I don't remember the other schools he worked for, but there's got to be a reason why this guy survives like 3 years and gets fired.
Because he was at Mississippi State with Dan Mullen. That's why.
Yeah,
It's his best friend down
Oh, it
there.
was Mississippi State won it. I should know that.
was-
I mean, wonderful. Dan Mullen, loyalty is a wonderful trait in a human being. But at some point, you have to say, loyalty is beginning to cost me.
I mean, it's basically the James Coley and Kirby Smart thing. Both friends and down in South Georgia. Kirby hires him as offensive coordinator in 2019. He's terrible. It's kind of the same thing with Dan Mullen and Todd Grantham.
And then Kirby fired him.
Yeah, it's his friend off the.
Well, actually, he didn't fire him. He demoted him, and then he left.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Let me put it this way. I think we can all agree, even though all 5 of you in here are not Florida fans, and I would say most of you hate Florida. That's fine. But y'all would have to agree with me, I think, when I say that offense in 2020 was one of the best offenses Florida has ever had, period, end of sentence. Probably one of the best offenses in college football. And it was squandered.
Yes.
That team should have been an 11-1 team, a 12-0 team. It should have been a team that lit up the college football landscape. And without a defense, it was squandered.
Well, my opinion. Yeah. Well, personally, my opinion is the 2008 Florida offense was the greatest Florida offense ever. But the 2020.
Well, yeah, you could definitely make a case for that. But what I'm saying, my point was that one of the best offenses in college football
history
that has ever seen, one of the best offenses that Florida has ever had, was lighting it up like a video game and had no defense to back them up.
Yeah, if y'all could have, if y'all could have traded defenses with Georgia, then Florida would have won the national championship. So.
Well, I don't know about that. That Alabama team was really good.
Offensively, Florida was a national championship contender. Defensively, they couldn't stop. They couldn't stop a fart. Okay?
Yes, that's what I said. Yeah.
That was kind of the case with Georgia in 2019.
If Georgia and Florida.
The exact opposite.
Swapped defenses, Florida wins the national championship. If Georgia and Florida could have swapped offenses, Georgia wins the national championship.
I mean,
hello, this is Tiger Baskins, big dog. Oh God, help me! Oh shit, my ass is.
Get him out of here.
These fake. Make him turn the camera on.
Here's something I can't figure out. I keep hearing out of Georgia fans that Kirby won't leave the offense alone and James Coley's bad. Both of them can't be true at the same time.
Well,
all I'm saying is that the 2020 Florida team was the proof of the theorem that defense wins championships.
It's kind of, for 3 years, I don't think it was that way, but I think it's kind of edging back that way with Georgia, Iowa, and Clemson with their great defense.
Our offense was immediately better the moment Coley walked out the door. So
not that well. That's not true. The first half of the 2020 season, our offense was terrible. So I wouldn't say immediately.
No, but it was still ahead of the 2019 offense, though.
Was it?
And
we only beat Kentucky 14-3.
Well, once again, I still lean more towards that being Kirby's fault because I've seen James Coley offense lead Miami to a 9-win season. And it looked nothing like the offense that was being run at Georgia when he was at Miami. So I'm not buying that for a single second. I think that was, once again, Kirby not leaving the offense alone.
Well, James Cole is the tight end coach at A&M now, I think.
Yeah.
Speaking of A&M, I'm going to have a hot take, and I'm going to say Arkansas is going to beat A&M on Saturday.
Ooh.
I've heard that out of so many people.
Arkansas has. Go away.
Where's the game being played?
Yeah, In Arlington.
Arlington, it's a neutral site game.
No, it's that. I think Jerry World is hardly neutral. It's in Texas.
That's true, but it is technically a neutral site game.
I gotta say, I wouldn't hate it if Jimbo Fisher lost that game. I would probably laugh my full head off. I really would.
Why is that?
Because I hate Jimbo Fisher.
Because Florida State,
Why?
right?
Jimbo Fisher is a low-quality human being.
Oh, okay.
And I don't like the way he runs his programs. And he goes to Florida State. And anything having to do with Florida State to me has a tinge about it.
Well, I do have to agree with Saleen on that one. Jimbo Fisher does kind of fall into the Urban Meyer category, but don't you think it's a little hypocritical?
He is not on Urban Meyer's level.
I think he's not quite.
Yeah, that's up for debate.
I think I would argue Jimbo Fisher's a little worse than Urban Meyer in some aspects. And Raj, you are correct in your assessment about at least I didn't get the 2-knuckle shuffle.
Yeah,
I figured I'm going to get the anti-Semitism because whatever.
In New York.
Well,
now, Saleen, isn't it a little hypocritical to cry about Jimbo coming from a guy who is a fan of a Urban Meyer coach team?
Yeah.
No, because I've consistently condemned the way what Urban Meyer did on his way out of Florida. He was dishonest, and what he did was scummy, and what he did was wrong. And I don't like the way he ran the program into the ground. So I've consistently been an Urban Meyer critic.
But I've never heard you condemn what he did while he was at Florida or the conduct of Florida players during said time.
I was not particularly. I voiced my dislike of the way some of Florida players conducted themselves. The one I was the most vocal about was Scam Newton, and Urban didn't run a clean program. That's obvious. And the way he left Florida was the height of dishonesty. Mm-hmm. And what he did on the way out to the program was horrible. And I'm not thrilled with that. And I don't think.
What did he do on the way out?
He lied.
He lied to the fan base. He lied to the university. He lied to the team. And he also left the cupboard bare.
So is this when he made up those health issues?
Yeah.
I got a heart stroke.
I'm no Urban Meyer. Oh, wait a minute. Creeping Death is in the background, and it is actually Creeping Death.
Okay.
I got a heart stroke.
Yeah, he's an ass. What's up, Mr.
How are y'all
Mr.
doing?
Death? Well, pretty good as long
are
as you don't
doing
try
good.
and sound like an old Jewish man.
Yeah, was that you who was doing that the whole time?
He's got it right in.
No.
Doing what? Coming in here?
No, that wasn't.
I just got here.
Be a Jewish accent.
He's got let in.
Yeah, that was kind of. Oh, Fireball asks a good question. I was actually going to ask you guys your opinion on this. It's something I should do or not. I've never done it before. Streaming a game and doing what Lou does or what other people are doing. I'm watching the game and I commentate on it while it's on. Streaming the game. It ain't rocket science, but a few people thought maybe I should try to do it for the Tennessee game. I've never done it before. What do you think? Is it something you think I'm capable of doing, or is it worth doing? Or
well, if Florida's losing, you'll get a lot of views. I'll say that.
Yeah, that's true. If Florida was losing that game, I'd probably get a lot of people in there laughing at me. So
yeah, and Florida would probably come back.
It would. Yeah. Florida's playing Tennessee this week. So
I got into a huge argument with Squid Tart, saying that Tennessee's had more success than Georgia.
What?
What?
That's what Skip. He said that because he kept talking about. He said that we lost to Cincinnati. Like, I don't know if he has memory issues.
We didn't lose. We beat.
But we beat Cincinnati, and
20. Yeah,
I mean,
24.
you were losing to Cincinnati, but you
We
beat
were
them.
losing, but we won, though. I
He
mean,
said-
Tennessee, on the other hand, they lost to Georgia State. So
he said at
Well,
least.
I mean,
he
it
said at
depends
least-
on it depends on the argument that Squidtard's making. If he's talking historically all time, yeah, Tennessee has more.
He's saying past decade.
No.
No.
What?
No.
No.
It's Squidtard. I know he's a nice guy, but I've never thought, and I like him because he is a nice guy. I've never thought of him as a smart college football fan. No.
Does Squid Card like breathe too much car fumes or something? I mean,
I'm not even going very far out on a limb. I'm gonna say you misunderstood what he was saying because even Squidtard knows how terrible Tennessee's been.
I got screenshots of the comments.
He was trolling.
He was trolling.
He's either high or trolling. You know, one
He
or the
also
other.
took me for 30+ minutes.
And like I said, Squidtard's been one of the forefront of Tennessee fans talking about how bad they are. So I find that one a little hard.
And the argument that started is he said that Tennessee would beat Florida, and I told him that's not going to happen. And I explained to him how Tennessee was a bad program. Well, then he starts throwing shots about how Georgia's done this and done that, and apparently lost to a group of 5 team in the New Year's Six Bowl last year. Apparently,
No, we did, which we didn't.
And he started, and I don't think Squidtard is this dumb. I think, we joke about people being high all the time. I kind of feel like he was actually high. I don't think he's that dumb, to be honest. I mean,
but getting back to the question though, do you think I should try a live stream, or you think I'm just wasting my time?
I think you should. I think it would be good. If you don't want to do it, I
want. I mean, I got nothing. I mean, Lou's probably going to do his Patreon stream at noon because I was watching the votes and a lot of them said noon. He'll probably do his YouTube stream at 3:30. So if I was to do live stream at 7, which is when the game is on, I wouldn't be stepping on Lou. Not that I would attract a lot. I would attract away a lot of people from him. But yeah, I just don't want to step on anyone else's live stream that's that relies on that stuff for revenue.
Well, Saleen, you should have done that last week against Alabama. I bet a ton of people would have watched that.
Yeah, I bet they would have too, but
the next time you could do it is maybe against Georgia. Oh, I mean that's probably the next time you're going to get a bunch of views and all that.
I think what I think I'll
go do it.
I'll do it. I mean, why not? It's a 7:00 game.
Just depends
Yeah,
on
why not?
are you going to be able to keep yourself entertained during it, Saleen? Because I mean, you got to.
How you mean keep myself entertained or be entertaining?
Be entertained.
I mean, what I mean is you've got to be paying attention to the game, and you need to interact with your comment section. So I mean, it's going to be.
And that's why I don't do live streams because I'm like
it may end up being more of a pain in the ass for you than you might be expecting. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Well, if I don't do a StreamYard, I just do me alone.
And
then I can pay attention to the comments and the game.
Well, Jeff, that's exactly why I don't do live
Don't let anyone in. You just don't let anyone.
No, I'm not gonna do a StreamYard. I'll just do the stream straight from YouTube.
Because I just want to watch.
What I'm saying is this is going to be a little more involved than you just sitting on your couch watching the game. So
yeah,
that doesn't mean that you won't do well or that you won't have a good response or that you won't enjoy it. I just saying beware that it could be more than you think.
Yeah, you're right, but I think I can do it. I mean, I won't know till I try, right?
Well,
right.
I think I might do it. I mean, I'm gonna write it down so I don't forget.
Just be aware. Just don't try.
when is the kick for that game?
7
7.
o'clock.
7 Eastern.
Yeah.
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 I'm trying to think.
Yeah. So
Just
is
be careful to try not to show it on TV.
No, well, I won't use the TV back here. What I'll do is I'll put the game on. I have 2 screens, so I'm looking at my iMac straight on. Now, to my left or your right, I have a second screen. So what I'll do is I'll put the game here on the second screen, and I'll put the chat window in front of me. So I'll be,
And you got to be careful, Saleen. You can't broadcast the audio either.
No, I'll just mute the audio. It's not a problem. I'll mute. I'll mute the audio and no captioning. So I'll just look at the screen and call it.
Those statements concern me because I've shown over 100 college football games on my TV during videos. Never an NFL game. I know the policies to that, but I've never gotten in trouble with college football.
No, I'm not gonna. I mean, Lou doesn't show any of the games. He just. I've used Lou as the example because,
well, during his post-game video,
I mean, all you see the entire evening is Lou roaming back and forth in his She Shed 2.0. Battle Angels in the background, either laughing or going, "What the hell have I got myself into?" And
I think it's the latter.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the latter.
That's kind of why I don't do live streams during games. I want to purely watch the game, and I just don't think.
I actually would welcome the distraction of doing something while watching the game. So I think it would actually work out all right. The only question is sometimes I like to snack during games, and it's like, is eating on camera considered a bad thing?
No, it's fine.
What was I going to say?
Oh, you said snack. I thought you said snap. I was about to say if you snap during games, and that's going to get you more viewers right there.
Yeah. Well, I can snap just as you. Oh, you fucking idiot! You can't do that.
And then you probably have more viewers because everybody's going to be like, "Have you seen what this guy did?"
Yeah, it's like Carolina Jackpot. Exactly. Is it? You caught a pass interference on that, you blind son of a bitch.
Well,
I can do this.
Yeah, I mean, what was I gonna say?
I can do this.
Yeah. Jeff, I heard you say that Notre Dame would beat Wisconsin. Can you tell me why? Not saying it's a bad pick, I'm just saying.
Yes, I'll tell you why. Because Notre Dame's defense is steadily improving, and their run game is steadily improving. And I just, for no other reason than I just think it will happen. I don't think Wisconsin is all that. I don't think Notre Dame is either. I just think Notre Dame's is having one of those mojo years where everything kind of goes their way, and so I mean, no real like, well, this is the definitive reason why. I just feel like you're going to get it.
Yeah, I'm 50-50 on the game. I haven't made a pick yet, so I'm still thinking about it.
Last week I was convinced. I no matter what Michael Hogue would try to convince you otherwise, I knew there was no way Purdue was going to beat Notre Dame. Notre Dame was just too talented up and down the lineup. I knew how that game was going to go. Wisconsin would be a lot closer to be a tougher call, but I just think that Notre Dame is somehow going to come away with it.
I just shit my pants. Oh God. Oh fuck. Help me. Shit. Oh ass. Please.
Yes.
Don't let anybody else in without them showing their face.
Is there any chance of General Waltard resurrection on Saturday?
Yes, actually, Uncle Lou said that. He said the next time Tennessee beats Florida, Georgia, or Alabama, he'll bring back Waltard.
Yes.
He ain't being resurrected this weekend. Ain't happening.
And it probably
if he doesn't get resurrected this week, then he won't get resurrected this year. So
so the next time Tennessee beats Florida, Georgia, or Alabama, he brings back Waltard. He
You
said
sound
that
so sure of that, Mike. I mean, don't forget,
He
y'all
keeps
lost to a horrible
that
South
over
Carolina.
and over again. So.
I mean, Voltar, Tennessee's just gonna have to do it in an upset down the road, maybe a different year. They're gonna have to. There's no way you can say, I think Tennessee's the better team. You just can't say that.
Hey, no worries, Creeping Death. Don't worry about it. You want to try and get back in? I'll drop the link again.
Well, don't let them in without showing their face.
Yeah.
I actually think.
Well,
I actually think Tennessee can pull off an upset over either Florida or Georgia this year.
Not Georgia.
Not Georgia, no.
And not Alabama.
Why not?
No, Florida's the only
I
one.
mean, why not? But Georgia lost to South Carolina. You can lose to anybody.
I mean, that's true, but I mean,
all
Georgia's
right,
a lot better of a team this year.
Showed himself. There you go.
I mean, that's why it's called an
All right,
upset.
there we go. Sorry about that.
It's not supposed to happen, but it happened.
Is this
now,
guy?
I think it might happen against Florida because I'm still not sold on Emily Jones.
Okay, hold on a second. Is this guy the guy who's hopping back in and leaving live streams? Is this the guy who's doing all this voicing stuff for comedians?
What, Creeping Death? No.
No.
Sure, because he's just jumping back in live streams and leaving. So.
No. Well, for one thing, he turned his camera on, so I saw it was him.
No, I don't know. I don't know what happened. I think the browser just crashed. All of a sudden, I looked down and the phone is back at the home screen. So I don't know what happened.
I'm just saying.
No, but he turned his camera on before I let him in, so I knew it was him. I don't know who the troll is, but it's obviously someone who knows I'm Jewish, but that doesn't narrow it down very much.
Well, because everyone knows that. So
yeah, I haven't exactly kept that hidden.
I have a question for Slim.
I'm not worried about it. I mean, other than somebody talking about he's covered in shit. I mean, he hadn't done anything that's going to get me kicked off of YouTube.
My mom poured grease all over him.
Yeah, that's not going to get me kicked off of YouTube, so I'm not terribly worried about it. But I just don't need to hear it. I'm trying to just trying to.
That actually happened one time to Chess. Somebody caved in the live stream. They went out. They reported the stream. Chess got a strike.
Okay, I have a question for Slim. Are you there, Slim?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Can you tell me where they are loading the rocket ship that is Team Arkansas? Because I'd like to go there and tell the people that they're getting on a plane on a rocket that's about to crash. Where the hell is all this love for the Hogs coming from? It's unwarranted.
I think they're loading it in Fayetteville. But
well, Jeff, I disagree. I think Arkansas has a very good chance to beat A&M. A&M's been very disappointing, so honestly, I feel like Arkansas is going to win.
Yeah. So, fun fact: Texas A&M is 9-0 against Arkansas since they joined the SEC.
Yeah, we already did this once with UCLA and LSU. So
okay,
never beat since
I
they
give you another
joined
fun fact. I'll give you another fun fact. Arkansas was a 3-win team last year, and people consider that an absolute miracle.
Well, 3 wins, 3 conference wins, though.
Here's another fun fact. Arkansas has
could be like 6,
I mean, A&M looks vulnerable. All I'll say about that is A&M looks vulnerable. That's all.
Their defense is better than anything Arkansas has seen.
I mean, what does 3 conference wins matter if it's against Vandy, Kentucky, and Missouri?
Well, it's 3.
Those are 3 teams.
3 wins is 3 wins, in my opinion.
Well, let's see.
Mike Vick just made the statement. Those 3 conference wins are equivalent to 6 wins. No, it's not.
No.
It could be if you have 3.
3 wins is 3 wins, Mike.
If you have 3, if you play 3, cupcake non-power 5 teams and you beat
Keep in
them
mind
all.
The SEC East is very weak. Arkansas got to play 3 more of those teams or 2 more because of the.
You have 3 SEC teams, that gives you 6.
They played 2+ SEC teams from the East. Keep that in mind as well. And they were probably bad teams because the East is not
I'm
as good
trying,
as
I'm trying to remember who all they beat last year. Let's see, they beat Ole Miss.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, they did? Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
they did. That was the game where Matt Corral threw like 6
Yeah,
interceptions.
I remember that. I got mixed up.
Tennessee.
And I'll even get
Yeah, they beat
Arkansas
Tennessee, right.
Whoa,
Yeah.
give Arkansas the credit that they should.
Hang on a second. Mike Vick, did you say Matt Corral had 6 interceptions in a game?
Yes.
Yep.
That was the
Yeah,
Arkansas.
Matt Corral had 6 interceptions in a single game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Matt Corral, who will be the best quarterback Alabama's ever seen in the last 75 years, that Matt Corral had 6 interceptions in a single game.
Well, he just had a bad game, Jeff.
Hey, Jeff, he still ain't no Jameis Winston. Jameis threw more than 6 in a game, so
honestly,
he got
the best.
That Jameis Winston.
And so far as we know,
threw 30
he's not no Cam
as far
Newton.
as we know, Corral hasn't been picked up for petty larceny either.
Corral's not Cam Newton.
I would say Corral is not Tim Tebow either.
Yeah, Jameis Winston threw 30 interceptions.
Yeah, best QB in the past 75 years. You mean from Ole Miss?
Sorry, yeah, he was the first quarterback to throw 30 touchdowns.
He's the best.
30 interceptions.
He's the best QB in the past 75 years from Ole Miss. Alabama's ever seen. I don't know about that.
No, I was being a smart ass.
Yeah, better than
Well, you
Eli.
succeeded.
Better
Hey,
than
Jeff, I got to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Obviously, Bama won last week, so get the obvious out of the way first. Were you a little worried? A little bit.
I was horribly worried.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to know if Florida put another scare in you, because I know they put a scare in you.
I was trying not to puke on the sidelines in the fourth quarter in Kinnick as they started. We were about a quarter ahead of the Bama game.
Well,
they kept announcing the third quarter scores and I was trying not to throw up on the sideline.
Because I know we put a scare in you in the SEC title game, and I was thinking, I wonder if J-Dub was a little worried there at the end.
People don't understand this. I'm nervous all the time. When we play Mizzou, when we play Vanderbilt, when we play New Mexico State, I'm nervous because, like Slim said 10 minutes ago, anything can happen at any time. I'm nervous we're going to get a guy hurt. I'm nervous something stupid is going to happen because my goal is way down the road. I'm not worried about game by game. I've got a big goal in mind. And so every little obstacle is a problem for me. I don't relax at any point during the season. It's amazing that I don't have 3 ulcers.
Well, here's my opinion on the Bama-Florida game. I think that Bama fans are severely overreacting to the game. They do this all the time. Last year and 2015, and then later on they won the Natty. So I think they're going to get better. I just think Bama fans are overreacting a little bit too much.
On that note, Jacob, here's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping, I don't know that it'll be true, I'm hoping that the Florida game this year does for Alabama what the Ole Miss game last year did, and that's they had to taste their own blood. They got a little scared, and then after that, it was lights out. I'm hoping that's what happens this year, but I'm not convinced of it.
Well, Jeff,
I think the overreaction goes even way farther beyond that. I think it could literally come down to being as simple as Emory Jones played the best game of his career, and Alabama just had a day.
No, Ballard thought I was crazy for thinking that Bama fans were overreacting. I disagree with Ballard. I think they are overreacting. That's just my opinion. They do this all the time, but then later on they win the Natty. And I understand to freak out a little bit, but to say that Bama fans saying their season is over, that's crazy.
No,
It's because we're all spoiled rotten. That's why.
I get that, but I mean, still, I still think y'all lose to Ole Miss. I preseason predicted that. I still think that happens, and then y'all go 11-1. I'm sticking with that.
I said earlier in the season, I said
said
all summer long that Auburn would be the one loss that Bama would have. But I'm almost ready to retract that because I think if Bama survives, I don't care if it's 1 point or 15, if they survive Ole Miss and Texas A&M, and they're sitting there at 6-0, and the whole damn country's like, oh, Ole Miss is going to get them. They can't handle Lane Kiffin. Oh, Texas A&M and Kyle Field, 102,000 people. Alabama's never played in front of an audience like that before. If Bama comes out of that thing and they're 6-0, everybody better just hold the hell on.
Yeah, I mean, all I'm going to say is I think Bama has a very good shot at winning the Natty, but it's not going to be a 15-0 Natty. I think it'll be a 14-1 Natty. That's just
I'm not saying they're going to win the Natty. I'm just saying that they will, if they emerge 6-0, that'll be, they're going to be something to handle down the road. It might be one of those things where, Godzilla comes out of Tokyo Bay, and you got the city surrounded by high tension wires, and he just pulls them down, and nothing stops him.
I also think
somebody's going to get them. They're not going to win the Natty. I am not going to sit here and tell you they're going to win the Natty because I don't believe that they will. Somebody is going to get them.
Especially with a playoff, I think it's a little insane to pick anybody to win a national title.
Yeah.
And I think people are overdoing it a little bit right now, just to give themselves something to talk about. Because as much, for instance, as much as people are harping on Oklahoma, at the end of last season, Oklahoma could have beat anybody in the nation, point blank, period.
Well, yeah, that's true. All I'm saying is, Ballard's overreacting to the Bama loss. He's saying that Bama might not even win the West now, and this might be the worst Bama team since what? Like, that's just crazy.
Don't go to Ballard for your Alabama information.
I was about to say, Ballard's a good kid, but the fountain of information, he ain't. This is not the Delphi of Alabama fandom here.
I think it's a legitimate might not win the West. I mean, because who's to say Texas A&M or Ole Miss won't win the West? That's plausible.
Somebody
could
get them. I don't think they're going undefeated, and I don't think they're going to win the Natty because the math just, from a simple arithmetic, it just doesn't happen. Look at the history of college football; it just doesn't happen.
Well, Nick Saban did do it one time, so I still think Bama is a shot.
Yes, but his 11 and 12 teams were both so much more dominant than anybody else in the country at a level that this year's team is not.
And it also, and I've said it before and I'll say it again, it takes a lot of luck to do it.
Yeah, you got to have a break. Somebody's got to beat somebody else. You got to have a break in one of your games. You got to have a lot of things got to go right.
I think that Chess and Ballard have the same issue. They're too worried about being unbiased to their teams that they don't even give their teams credit. That's just my opinion. Like, Chess and Ballard will say everything against Georgia. Ballard will say everything against Bama because I don't want people to think they're biased. And I don't care, honestly. I just give my honest.
Are you kidding me? Every time I hear Chess talk, he's shooting his mouth off about how great Georgia is. He's due for a big comeuppance.
That's not what I heard last night. He's told me that Georgia still, it doesn't look at 100% all that. That's not what I heard last night.
I think you're giving both of them a lot more credit than they deserve. I don't think either one know much of a damn thing about their own teams.
Agree, Slim.
Listen, guys, I've been on for about 3 hours. I'm hungry. I got to go make dinner. So I'm going to wrap her up here. But y'all have convinced me I'm going to try. I'm gonna try a live stream. So this Saturday, I'm going to. I'll give it a shot. What's the worst that can happen, right?
Yeah, I mean, what's the worst? Florida losing, maybe?
Yeah, that would be the worst thing that can happen.
Good.
You
Good
could
to
go to
talk
the,
to you,
General
go to the
Saleen.
Voltard
market
is
and find out.
resurrected on the back of my Gators. That would.
You could go to the market and find out that they're out of locks. That could be worse.
It would be even more insulting for Uncle Lou to bring back Voltard right after he beats your favorite team.
Yes, of course. Yeah, yes, of course. That would make me happy, though.
He said Georgia, Florida, and Tennessee, and Alabama.
Georgia, Florida, or Alabama. That's right.
You know
They beat Georgia in an
that would
upset.
be a very Georgia thing to happen if General Voltard comes beating Georgia.
Yeah, I think we would probably see Lou's head explode.
Well, here's the thing. I bet other people want Tennessee to lose that Georgia so bad because Lou will be so upset. But then he promised to bring back Voltard, so they'll have to do both of them at once.
Yeah, you'd already be, pissed off about the game, and then
Nice to bring back Voltard.
bring back Voltard.
I know that would be epic. I would have to say it would be epic if General Voltard came back from the dead on the back of a Georgia loss. But
I know. I hope.
I don't
that
see
doesn't-
any.
I mean, I want
don't
it.
see
Yeah,
any
I want
offense
it to be
that scares me.
Florida or Alabama, but
Obviously, as a Georgia fan, that wouldn't be funny as the time. But
yes, obviously, I would love it for Tennessee to beat Florida and Alabama, but not Georgia.
Why would Tennessee? Tennessee, I don't think will ever beat Bama.
now Battle Angel says that would be epic if it happened on the back of a Georgia loss. Yeah, that's true, Battle. But then your boy would be impossible to live with for, I'd say, a month minimum.
Well, I think it would be if I wasn't a Georgia fan. I think it'd be epic if I wasn't a Georgia fan, but I am. So of course we can't lose to Tennessee. I'll be mad too.
Tennessee seniors were either in first grade or kindergarten the last time the Volunteers beat Alabama.
2006.
Yeah.
So think about that.
Yeah.
They were either
Anyway,
a first
guys,
grade or
there's no.
kindergarten.
I'm gonna wrap up now. So if y'all would be so kind as to drop away and let me shut down.
Thank you, Saleen.
Oh,
Saleen,
my
good talking to you,
pleasure.
man. Good to see you.
Thank you,
Saleen.
guys.
Yes, sir. Have a good night.
Thank you. You too.
Thanks for the show. See ya.
All right, and thank you to everybody. I was gonna say thank you to Slim before he dropped away so quick, but he left too quick. Anyway, guys, gals, thank you for being here again with me. A long stream, almost 3 hours. It'll be 3 hours by the time I shut up. I'm glad y'all like the shirt. This will be my uniform for game days and these streams until this piece of shit leaves the team finally. That would be nice. I guess I'm actually going to do. I think I'm going to try a live stream this Saturday, the 25th. Get on here about 6:50 or so. I won't use StreamYard. I'll just use YouTube live stream and just see if I'm good enough to watch a game, commentate on it, and watch the chat window at the same time. Should be amusing. Anyway, thank you all for being here today. Come back next week. It'll be the 75th Wednesday afternoon live with me. We're going to do a giveaway. Let's give away a couple of watches, maybe 2, 3, I don't know how many I got in my stash, and have a good old time with that. So thanks for stopping by. Thanks for entertaining me, letting me entertain you, and go Gators. See you.